All right, go ahead. Continue. Sorry.
I mean, yeah, just listening to people that know more about it than I do that talk about, the dyes that they put in stuff and, the things that they cook different foods in and things like that.
Okay, so again, how do you identify what's healthy? That's what I was asking you.
I mean, like I said, just basing that information off of people that I trust to come out with that information.
No, so you science, right? Facts and
Sure,
evidence, correct? So
yeah.
you know both RFK and Donald Trump have literally denied science. Like Donald Trump specifically said the climate's going to start cooling and that science just doesn't know it yet. And RFK has said vaccines cause autism with no evidence at all. That's actually widely disputed within the community. There's so many evidence indicating, or so many studies indicating that's not true.
I mean, I definitely see your point, but I mean, surely you can relate to the things that I'm saying about the dyes and the stuff they cook stuff in and all that stuff.
Again, when it comes to this, I don't think he's actively making the country healthier if he's actively undermining like environmental protections. Is that making the country healthier? Is it making the country healthier to cut over 10 million people off of their health insurance and to deny people's access to like food stamps? Because I don't think that's making the country healthier by any means.
I mean, if they're undocumented, yeah.
But none of that is specifically for people who aren't documented. They never got access to it in the first place. What are you talking about?
Wait, they're always talking about how undocumented illegals
Undocumented immigrants?
are getting on food stamps and
They're not.
Medicaid and
They're not.
mm. You clearly don't watch Fox News, dude.
You clearly watch too much Fox News.
Oh, shoot.
And that would be any at all. Too much Fox News is 1 millisecond. Seriously, too much Fox News.
I mean, what's your thoughts on the current economy?
Thoughts on the current economy? It's in free fall right now. The jobs report just came out, and it was so bad that Donald Trump literally fired the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics. He literally thought it was it was so bad. The jobs report was so bad that he thought it was politically propagandized and biased from a nonpartisan head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics.
Wait, but I thought that was like manipulated information was the reason.
Stop, bro. You're trolling, please. You're trolling.
What do you mean?
Wait, please tell me you're trolling.
I'm not trolling, dude.
How is that manipulated?
I mean, again, this is just stuff that I've heard. I mean, I don't have a source for you or anything, but
Where did you hear this from?
I mean, like I said, it was probably Fox News, to be honest with you.
So why do you just like hear things that or why do you just believe things that you hear on Fox News?
I mean, because that's the people that I trust, and that's
why do you trust Fox News out of everyone, bro?
They fully back the man that I support to be in office.
They did. Trump. Remember when Trump was really mad at Fox News for not backing him right after he tried to like undermine our democracy in 2020 and 2021?
I mean, yeah, I've been mad at my friends before too.
Oh, okay. Until they bent the knee. That's literally he seriously was mad at them until they bent the knee again. That's all it is. Yeah. So, I mean, do you like your media just saying whatever propaganda comes out of Trump's fucking mouth? Because, I mean, do you believe the 2020 election was stolen?
Yes.
Bridge of the Galaxy, thank you. Okay. What evidence do you have for that?
I mean, again, like, just what everybody said.
Being?
Big promotion from,
what about the
NBA players.
What about the 60-plus courts that indicated no sufficient evidence to overturn the election? The audits in every single swing state that literally indicated no sufficient evidence to overturn the election. What about the Trump-appointed and Republican-appointed judges that indicated that Donald Trump had no evidence to overturn the election? In any of these cases, none of them. Not a single one. He got destroyed across the board. Oh, he just left. Okay. Trump got destroyed across the board in every single which way possible. And then Trump supporters are like, he still won. What? Let's go to the next person. What's up? How old are you?
I can't do it.
What just happened? Yo, what's up? How old are you? Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? Oh, okay, let's go into the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Let's go on to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 45.
Do you support Donald Trump?
I do, and I'd love to tell you why.
Okay, why so?
Because he was able to tell us that Arnold Palmer had a huge cock and that he's got...
Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Have a good day.
Okay, thank you. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump, everybody. Oh, okay. All right. Give it a second, everyone. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump, everybody. We are just looking for some debates. Okay, next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? Okay, everyone, if you're on YouTube, make sure to like the stream. If you're on TikTok, do tap that screen. It will help get out to more people. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 23.
And what's your birth year?
2002,
What month?
July.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yeah, I do.
Why so?
For me, okay, personally, it's not like too deeply into the politics. It was mostly about the way that both the campaigns were ran, because I'm not even like a hardcore Republican, but I knew I had to vote for him when I seen like the way that Kamala was not answering questions, not putting her stuff out there. And then I seen Trump, and to me, it just seemed like it was a real person. Like he is who a man is supposed to be. Seemed like someone who would be willing to fight for the country. He really believed the stuff he was saying. And that's my reason.
Okay, so I just want to hear your thoughts on like this question real quick.
And does that have anything to do with the expected time for Fox News Channel? Mr. President, is there an expected time frame that detainees will spend here days, weeks, months? And does that have anything to do with the immigration judges you just spoke about being trained and staffed here?
When you say, what was the first part of your question?
Is there a specific time frame you expect the detainees to spend here? Days, weeks, months?
In Florida?
Yes, here in
I'm
Alligator
going to
Alcatraz.
spend a lot. Look, this is my home state. I love it. I love your government. I love all the people around. These are all friends of mine. They know them very well. I mean, I'm not surprised that they do so well. They're great people. Ron has been a friend of mine for a long time. I feel very comfortable in the state. I'll spend a lot of time here. I want to, for 4 years, I've got to be in Washington, and I'm okay with it because I love the White House. I even fix up the little Oval Office. I make it, it's like a diamond. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. It wasn't maintained properly, I will tell you that. But even when it wasn't, it was still the Oval Office, so it meant a lot. But I'll spend as much time as I can here. You know, my vacation is generally here because it's convenient. I live in Palm Beach. It's my home. And I have a very nice little place, nice little cottage to stay at, right? But we have a lot of fun, and I'm a big contributor to Florida. You know, pay a lot of tax, and a lot of people move from New York, and I don't know what New York is going to do. A lot of people moved to Florida from New York, and it was for a lot of reasons, but one of them was taxes. The taxes are so high in New York, they're leaving. I don't know what New York's going to do about that, because some of the biggest, wealthiest people and some of the people that pay the most taxes of any people anywhere.
Okay.
What was the question?
What was the what?
Yeah,
What are you talking
what
about?
was the question that Donald Trump was asked there?
that was a long clip. But at the beginning, it said, "What do you feel about, or how long are the people going to be here in Florida?"
How long are they going to be staying? Specifically, they're talking about alligator Alcatraz, like people who are particularly they're putting in alligator Alcatraz. In that circumstance, right? How long is it going to take? How long are people going to stay there? And Donald Trump had no response. Did he give us a response?
No, he didn't. But I don't have the full context of that. Like, I'm not sure what that scenario is you're referring to.
What do you mean full context? He was yapping, bro. We just played it.
Like, is this?
He was
so
yapping.
you're arguing?
He was yapping, and he had nothing there. He didn't respond at all. You can't find me any clip of Kamala Harris not responding to a question like that. Like seriously, you can't find me a single clip. I have yet to see a single clip of that happening.
Okay, at least he was saying something. That's my thing. Kamala was just dead silent.
Saying something? What, can you give me a single clip of that being the case?
Okay. Do you agree with me that Kamala Harris was very silent during her launch of her campaign?
No. What?
See, I was seeing Trump go on all these podcasts, and I wasn't seeing Kamala do anything. And that's the reason.
What
like,
do you mean? She went on podcasts and she talked to the media. She destroyed him in the debates.
Well, okay, I can give you that. After the debates and on, she locked in, and I know that she actually was doing decent. But
she dog walked Trump in the debate.
Okay, I understand. Okay, I'll concede on that. But let me give you another point. Okay, Trump. Okay, as far as I'm more of a primal man, so I think of things like you got to do things the natural way. I see that more in Trump. Like, how do I explain this? Like with the other guy was saying, make America healthy again, free speech.
Yeah, so you need science, free speech. You know that Donald Trump called for people who specifically burned the American flag to be put in prison for a year, which was determined by the Supreme Court to be protected by the First Amendment.
Look at that. Parker invited me up. I'll be damned, Parker.
Yeah, Montana, do you support Trump?
What do you think, Parker? Look at my hat.
Why do you support Trump?
Why do I support Trump? He was the better choice. Kamala Harris couldn't even put
Kamala. And
Kamala.
Kamala. Why was he the better
Kamala.
candidate? No, say her name correctly. Don't be weird.
Kamala.
Kamala.
No matter how I say your name, why do you care?
Can you just say Harris then?
If that strokes you, sure. Kamala.
What? Kamala. Why do you have to do this? Why do you have to do this? Why can't you just specifically be like a decent human being, right? And be nice.
Wow, like you're decent with wow. Just like how you're decent with Trump. Okay.
Yeah. What
Yeah, you betcha.
What did Kamala Harris do to you for you to disrespect her like that?
When you constantly sit here and lie about Trump.
What did I lie about?
Like all the misinformation about 2020. I listen to you all the time because you intrigue me.
What did I lie about?
I'm just going to pump up your numbers for you. Here comes the gifts.
No, I'm just asking. I'm seriously just asking. Can I get an answer to this question? What specifically did I lie about?
I just said 2020.
What about 2020?
You and I both know exactly what happened in 2020.
Do you think that Donald Trump won the election?
Beside the point.
So you think that Donald Trump won the election?
Girl, you're triggered. I'm not triggered. Why would I be triggered?
Okay, so what evidence do you have that Donald Trump won the 2020 election?
I really, since I'm a conservative on this platform and I'm a creator on this platform, you and I both know I can't speak on that topic.
Yes, you can. Just give me a reason why you think that Donald Trump won the 2020 election.
I just find it really fascinating how Biden was able to win the election when Trump was up by how many votes around 2:00 in the morning, Parker?
So yeah, you understand that like you understand mail-in ballots were obviously projected to go mostly to
Well,
Democrats because
exactly.
it is the case that Donald Trump told people to vote in person and Republicans were less likely to social distance than Democrats were.
Sure.
Given that that was the case, Democrats overwhelmingly were voting mail-in while Republicans were voting in person to a greater extent. So if the
Right.
mail-in ballots
And
wone
so
counted
you're
after
gonna tell
the
me,
wait, if the
you're
mail-in
gonna
hold
tell
up, hold up, hold up. If the mail-in ballots were counted after the ballots that were
hold on.
specifically done in person, then explain to me why you would be confused as to why after you see like a huge portion of Republican percentage, you see a greater influx of Democratic percentage when there's mail-in ballots
Uh-huh.
counted.
So what I find it interesting is, and it came right out of your mouth, mail-in ballots,
How did Trump vote?
right? So they were mail-in ballots,
How did Donald
right?
Trump vote?
So you're going to tell me that these mail-in ballots were being millions of mail-in ballots were being counted at 3 o'clock in the morning? Really? Okay.
So
Okay.
that's again, when you say 3 o'clock in the morning, right? What you're not understanding
Uh-huh.
is that at that time they specifically would have limited it, right? Or they probably would have in most counties, most areas around the United States closed for that time period to be able to go into the next day, right? And count the next day. So
Uh-huh.
I'm confused. That happens in every election. I'm so confused why that's like new to you.
I don't know why. I don't know
How did
why
Donald?
that's.
Wait, can you answer this question?
I don't
If
know why
mail-in
that
ballots,
is so
if mail-in ballots were,
confusing to you.
wait, let me ask you this question. If mail-in ballots were so fraudulent, why did Donald Trump vote by mail?
Did I ever say fraudulent? Did I ever say fraudulent? Did that word ever come out of my mouth?
Well, that's what Trump was.
Absolutely not.
That's what Trump was parroting, and that's what Republicans have been parroting for years.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, but I didn't parrot that, did I?
Okay, but what do you
Not one
believe then?
time did I say
said
that.
so you said the 2020 election was rigged. What evidence do you have of that? It's not apparently not mail-in ballots. So what is it?
Unfortunately, I don't have any evidence of that. You and I both know that,
So
right?
you have
come
no
on, I'm not an
evidence, and yet
idiot.
you believe it?
Yes, I think something definitely happened. Of course, 100%. So does
Okay.
a million of other
Well,
Americans.
wait. There are people that believe that Kamala Harris won the 2024 election, and they have more evidence than you do. They have more evidence than you do. So then,
Where?
please explain to me.
Where?
Please
No, Tell
Wait, what
me.
do you mean-
No,
what do you mean?
no.
Where do
Hold
people
on. Where?
believe that?
Where's the no. Where's the evidence? Where's
no,
the evidence
yeah,
that shows that she won the election?
Yeah, they claim ex-CIA operatives are specifically coming out about an
Oh,
NSA
my God.
audit they had of the 2024 election that indicated Kamala Harris and Tim Walz won. That's what they claim. I don't believe this, but that's what they claim, and that has
Okay.
more
Oh,
evidential
okay.
basis of proof than what you're saying.
Sure.
Right? And it's
You
total
betcha.
fucking
Yeah.
hearsay.
Oh, exactly. Right. So here we are at a crossroads, basically. Anyways, I mean, I don't know why you guys are constantly
No,
talking
I'm just saying,
about
like, do you accept that?
talking
Do you accept the claim that people are making, right? Specifically, that Kamala Harris won the 2024 election? Because I would think that's absurd to say, right? Would you also think that's absurd to say?
Of course.
Okay,
It's
so
absurd.
then, wait, why is it absurd?
So that's why we're going to go
Wait,
round and
answer
round and
the
round
question.
about this
Why
whole
is it
country.
absurd? Answer the question. Why is it absurd?
What do you mean? Why is it absurd? Look, I haven't looked into that at all. You want me to tell you why I haven't looked into that at all? Because it's absurd.
Why is it
Because she didn't
absurd?
win the 2020 election. I just told you.
Oh, she just didn't win. You didn't look into it at all. She just didn't win. So why couldn't you say the same thing about Donald Trump in 2020? Why did you have to make up lies and believe the lies of Donald Trump?
What? Oh my God! See, there you go. And here you're going to say, "Oh, I want you to be respectful. Say her name right." Ho 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 ho. Why would I say her name right when you sit here and just totally shit on Trump every effing day? I'm not going to do that.
Wait. I shit on Trump just by calling him out for the things that he did that was wrong?
Non-stop. Oh, nonstop. Yeah, without receipts too, by the way.
So then how about
You hardly ever bring
hold
receipts.
up. How about you call out Kamala Harris for the things that she's done wrong, right? Rather than specifically trying to just say her name incorrectly. Like seriously, like give an actual intellectual critique of her policy, right? Of her as a person, anything that is actually meaningful. Because right now,
What did
all
you
you've
think
done
of her
is
60
come on my
minute- what do
live
you- what
and
do you think-
say her name
what do you
incorrectly
think-
and say that the election was stolen in
Oh, okay,
2020
yeah,
with
okay,
no
yeah,
evidence, and then
okay,
call
okay,
2024
okay,
election
okay.
deniers,
Oh,
right?
Baba,
Insane and
shut
absurd
up,
when you
shut
hold the
up,
same
Baba,
sort of
shut up.
election denial in 2020.
Baba's in the chat, guys. Parker, come on now.
Yeah, get some W's in the
Baba's
chat, everyone.
Parker.
W's in the
No,
chat,
come
everyone.
on. Baba's in
Diana,
the
thank you so
chat.
much for the
Baba's in the
$5.
chat.
Thank you. Presley,
Oh,
thank you so
here
much
we
for the
go.
dollar.
Here we
Samantha, thank you for the
go.
$2.
Here we go.
And Laura with the $60 for the Harito supply. Thank you so much, Laura. Can we get some W's for Laura for the $60? Thank you. Phantom, thank you so much for the $5. Ruby with the $5. Thank you. Thank you. Can we get some W's in the chat? Zoe, thank you for the $5. Thank you.
That's all we do for you guys. We just bring ching, 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 ching. That's the reason you have us up here, Parker.
Are you saying I'm bringing you up for money? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, please, dear Lord. Dear Lord, come on. You can't bullshit a bullshitter. Haven't you ever heard that?
Okay, so explain to me why you think I brought you up for money when you just said something dumb in the comment section.
I said something dumb in the comment section. What did I say? What did I say? What did I say that was dumb, Parker?
Yeah, you said that Donald Trump won the debate in 2024 against Kamala Harris. That was absolutely dumb. appreciate the galaxy.
It was not not dumb whatsoever.
Yes, it was.
Karen Montana, look at your chats all. Wow, your chats just sit here just fucking whining all the time. Dear Lord.
Says you rage watch my live. What do you mean? You're the one that's whining about me going live. Appreciate the galaxy. Thank you so much. You literally just said I bring you up for money.
You know what I would love for you to do, Parker? I would love for you to come into my life.
Lauren, thank you for the $2. Derek, thank you for the $5. Thank you. Audrey, thank you so much for the $15. Thank you. You want to know something crazy? I would never do that. Absolutely never. I know you really want it, but I'll never do it.
Why not?
Why not? Because I'm not going to give you any more attention. I'm not going to give you any more attention. You don't need that.
Wow, but you expect me to do that for you. And you expect MAGA to come up here and do that for you. Without MAGA, you don't have a platform.
I do.
Right?
I do. I did before. By the way, I did before I debated MAGA.
Bullshit. Without MAGA coming up here, you don't have a platform. See, that's what these people don't understand. See, you bring these poor people like you brought up Melvin, okay? And Melvin, you were awesome. You did a great job, right? But like he said from the get-go, he just, he doesn't do research, yada, yada, yada. That type. You love bringing up people like that because in that way you can sit there and laugh at them and just ha ha ha, and your chat thinks
must be why I brought you up too.
Yeah, touche. Boom, boom. Yeah, okay. Good job, Parker. Wow, you're brilliant. You're brilliant.
You ran yourself right into that one. You ran yourself right into that one.
I guess I did. Touche. I'll give you that. Bud.
Okay, so like the reason why I respond to like particular views like that, and I think it's important for me to respond to views like that, is because I think it's important to dispel misinformation and bullshit claims. And I think that it's really ridiculous to say that Kamala Harris lost the 2024 debate against Donald Trump. I think it's really ridiculous to say that the 2020 election was stolen while simultaneously saying it's absurd that the 2024 election, deniers, are like making absurd arguments. Right? You guys have the same basis of truth.
What are you going to do? It's just like, that Crossfire Hurricane was just released, right? By Tulsi Gabbard.
Wait, hold on. Actually, here, let me ask you this question real quick. Because you said that, said, one, I bring up, MAGA is the only reason I have a platform. One, I had a platform prior to debating MAGA. That's one thing. Two, as it relates to this, yes, I debate MAGA, and I'm going to respond to the particular positions that MAGA has, right?
Sure.
But I'm confused. I'm confused how you, instead of acknowledging that, I'm responding to them and I'm providing attention that's anti them, right? Instead of acknowledging that, you simply just say that I am profiting off the basis of that, which is the same.
You definitely are. No.
Which is the same as saying that criminals, right, are profiting. Cops are profiting off of criminals being in the place, or doctors are profiting off of there being sick people, or anyone that is helping. Superman was profiting off of people who were about to die. So you understand that you apply this to so many things, which makes it ridiculous to believe, right? This would be a ridiculous assertion.
Oh, did you just mute me? Seriously?
I'm sorry.
That is ridiculous.
I apologize for my sins.
Wow.
I'm so sorry.
I was sitting here. Oh, wow. So yeah, the reason that you bring up MAGA, and you like bringing up MAGA that hasn't done their research, because most people are educated, by the way, that you believe that MAGA is uneducated. And I get that. And 99.9% of your following thinks that MAGA is uneducated. Well, let me tell you, we are very well educated and very well informed on this platform. Especially you can go ahead and laugh all you want.
Statistics really indicate that MAGA is more educated. Definitely.
We are.
Definitely. It's not like you guys. It's not like you guys.
You love
Montana.
No. Listen, you love bringing up people that are not as informed as others, right? So I dare you to bring up my friend Moon up here. He will dog walk you all day long. Okay?
I don't know who you're talking about. I'll add them up right now. Who's them?
Let me see if he's here. Hold on.
So also, Haven't you guys been condemning like the MAGA? Haven't you been condemning academia as like liberal and like socialist Marxists that are like indoctrinating your students and children?
What?
Yeah, you guys said like
What
you
the
guys
hell
have
are
been
you?
saying teachers in academia are indoctrinating your children into being liberal and like woke. So
Stop.
I thought that's been
Oh,
happening.
you
So
mean
like
public
I'm
schools?
confused how you guys
Uh-huh.
say that like you're so educated, but then simultaneously say that like academia and education is filled with liberal Marxists.
Uh-huh. You think that's funny, huh?
Yeah, because it's really funny. You have no
So,
response to
so,
that.
oh no, yeah, I do. So you want to tell me why Newsom Scoosum
Hold up. She's not going to respond
just
to what I
went
just said.
ahead.
Watch, watch.
Newsom
Total
Scoosum.
deflection
No, no,
incoming.
no, 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 no,
Total
no, no
deflection incoming.
deflection. No, oh my God, no deflection. So why did Scuzum and Scoosum went ahead and just took pretty much took funding away from charter schools? Why did he do that in private schools while his children, all four of his children, attend private schools at 60,000 a pop? By the way, why would he do that? Especially when he's trying to, he's going around doing all of these different interviews and such. What is he trying? What is he doing? Is he trying to run for president in the next,
So he
at the
he
next
took
election? Is that
away
what he's doing?
he took away
Yeah,
subsidies for private schools. I'm confused how that would
yeah,
be
and
like.
for charters and charter
I,
schools.
I'm
Yeah.
okay. I'm confused. Well, how much did he get rid of? And why are
Quite
you
a bit.
deflecting?
I'm not.
You are totally deflecting. We were not talking about Gavin Newsom at all.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, California. That's what Newsom Scoosum, and he's part of your party, is he not?
I'm not disputing that, but I don't like defend Gavin Newsom on
Okay.
every position.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's not one of your faves, huh? Surprise. He might be our next
I mean,
president of the United States.
I would support him over MAGA for sure. But like, I'm not gonna like, I don't see any reason for me right now to like go and accept your deflection right now and talk about Gavin Newsom when in reality you're using that to like as rage bait in order to be able to like deflect away from what we were just talking about.
Mm. Hold on, I'm texting to see if he's here.
Okay. Interesting. In the meantime, everyone, make sure to like this stream if you're on YouTube, everyone. It helps get it out to more people. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen. Let's get to 1 million likes for the 6.6 thousand people. Make sure to like that stream. Diana, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Keep it to W's for Diana in the comment section. Sandra, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Libby with the $50. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Libby. Denise, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $20. Thank you, Olivia, with the $3. Jason with the $22. Thank you so much. Audrey, thank you so much for the $15. Gregory, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $5. Thank you. And Lauren, thank you for the $2. Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Thank you,
Kate, thank you for the $100. Thank you so much, Kate. Thank you for the $100 on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you so much, Kate.
Thank you.
Can we get some W's for Kate in the comment section right now? Thank you so much, Kate. Ruby, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Zoe, thank you for the $5. Well, I'm sorry. Do you not thank people who donate to you on your live stream?
I don't make a freaking fiasco out of it like you do. No,
You don't say thank you?
I mean, it's like you, and of course I say thank you, but
So like
I do a little
confused.
heart.
I'm confused. If you say thank you on the
So,
live,
no,
wait,
I don't have my Venmo and Cash App and PayPal and Zelle. No, I do not have my Linktree, and I don't have my profile hooked up as a business profile because that's what you have to do.
So are you just jealous?
In order to have
so
Linktree,
are you just jealous then?
In order for you to have a Linktree on your profile, you have to have a business profile, right?
No.
So you're running this as a business. Absolutely, 100%.
But this
Yes,
is a
you
business.
do.
Yes,
Do
this is a
not
business.
bullshit. Yes.
Wait.
Okay, there
I
you go.
run.
Don't
I
do
have
that.
wait. Hold
Don't
on.
do.
I have a business, but
Oh, okay.
I don't necessarily have to have
What
a
is your
business account
business?
in order to put a link in my. At least in my understanding.
Yes, you do. Oh, yes,
I'd have to.
you do.
I'd have to check
Oh,
back,
yes,
but I
you
don't
do.
remember doing that.
Well, you should. You should check that because yes, I'm
Okay.
I'm almost certain that you have this is a business account, and that's how you have your Linktree and with all of your
regardless of
different
whether or not it
platforms
was, I don't dispute that I like am self-employed and that I have a business. Like what?
Well, no, of course not. I know. I get it. I mean, this is your business, right? This is how you make your money.
Yeah.
Well, good. I'm glad
what's bad about that?
Thank you, Parker. Well, no, I'm proud of you for being honest. That's awesome. Actually, I have way more respect for you. I have way more respect for you now. Well, no, your little buddy Harry, he wouldn't admit that.
I'm not friends with
Right.
Harry.
No, you're not anymore.
Appreciate the Galaxy, not anymore. No. Plant based. Thank you for the $10. Thank you.
Well, again,
Marie,
that's
thank you for
the
the
reason why I
$5. Thank
have.
you, Marie.
That's the reason why I have more respect for you than I do for Harry, of
Sure,
course.
sure.
So Harry just went belly up. It's unfortunate.
Okay. I'm confused
Yeah.
what your point here is with that. Like, what about me having a business account? What's the relevant point?
Like I said, if MAGA didn't come up to your platform, you really wouldn't have a platform. So what are you going to do? Sit there and talk to yourself and have an echo chamber of a bunch of Democrats up here? That wouldn't work for you
Wait,
either, right?
I just want to
So
let you know,
you do have that.
if I did that, people would still listen to me. That's one thing. Two, I talked about
Yeah,
other
probably
things and I
not
had
as
a
many.
platform before I debated MAGA. So I'm confused what your point is.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, like I
Dude,
said,
you know,
I don't have to keep saying
I've been
it.
doing this for years, right?
Since yes, no, I'm very aware. And this is the other thing. I mean, you were hardly getting any gifts or anything until I came in here, right? I mean, you were
I
like your
just started the live 35 minutes ago.
like your platform was just like totally like freaking flat. And then you had
what are you
one
I
person
just
after
started the
another and
live
after another
35
and after
minutes ago.
another.
I seriously just started the live
Uh-huh.
35 minutes ago. What are you talking about?
It was still pretty flat.
Oh, wait,
It was
I
pretty
have a
flat.
question. What is the most amount of viewers you've ever gotten on your own live stream?
1,000.
Okay. How the hell can you say that I was flat when there was literally thousands of people in the live stream on TikTok and on YouTube? There was like 5,000 people when you joined in. What are you talking about?
No,
What
there
are
wasn't
you
5,000
saying?
people when I
Yes,
joined.
there was on because
No.
I have almost 3,000
There
people
was,
over on
there was
YouTube.
4,500. There was
I have
4,500
almost
when I popped
3,000
off.
people on YouTube. Thank you for the $5. Thank you. What are you talking about?
I've been on here for about 20 minutes now, so whatever.
Have you?
I'm just
I can
saying
check.
that-
I can seriously check. You've been on for 19 minutes.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I know what I'm talking about.
So you're saying you've been on for 19 minutes. So to be clear, I was on for 17 minutes before you came onto my live stream, and I had 5 times the amount of viewership than you've ever had in your entire time on TikTok, and you're like, your numbers were flat. Do you hear yourself right now?
Yeah, I do. That without MAGA, you'd be nobody. But hey, I have
Without liberals, you would be nobody.
That's true.
Lenny, thank you for the 20 pounds. Thank you so much for the dono from Ireland. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah.
Without
because I
liberals,
don't like
you'd be
it.
nothing. You'd be nothing without liberals.
Oh, you'd be nothing. You'd be nothing without
wait,
liberals.
Can I ask you a question?
But listen,
Can I ask you a question? Name one
yeah.
economic policy that Donald Trump influenced to get passed that was beneficial to the working class.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello?
Name one economic policy that Donald Trump influenced to get passed that was beneficial to the middle class.
Hello. You already know what that is.
And that is?
You tell me.
Tell me.
You tell me. In its first term, come on, let's not play this little game.
I'm waiting for you to
Come on.
answer. Do you know?
Yes, of course I know. Why wouldn't I know?
So then say it. I don't know why you're playing this game.
I'm not playing a game.
You are.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not playing a game
Then answer the question.
at all.
I appreciate the vibrant stage. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hey, I came up here for one reason and one reason only.
You're not going to answer the question?
Oh, come on. It's this TCJA. Would you please
so
stop?
let's talk about it.
Such an elementary.
Watch this.
Elementary.
She's saying it's
such an
elementary. She's saying it's elementary. Watch this.
It's such an elementary.
Then name
no,
one provision.
I came up here,
Wait, hold up. Name one provision within the TCJA that you like.
No, I came up here for one reason and one reason only.
No, answer one provision within the TCJA that you like. It's so elementary, right? Elementary. All right, please answer that question then. Oh, they left.
Hey, can we continue our debate?
Yes, we can. I apologize.
You think she was mad or something?
I don't know why she just left. I don't know. Maybe it was a connection issue.
Yeah. All right. So, starting off fresh one more time. I hope she does not join again. Basically, I personally am a primal man, like I was saying. I don't know how to say this.
A primal man? What do you mean by that?
I chop wood for fun. I eat with my bare hands.
You eat everything with your bare hands?
I do.
Everything. Okay. Do you eat like fish like with bone and without cooking it? Without taking the flesh off?
No, I mean I cook it. But Yeah, well,
why
I'm
that's
just
not
saying,
that's not
like,
primal, bro. That's not primal. You cook
okay,
it, you cook it. That's not primal,
of course. Okay,
dude.
all right, Parker. Listen,
You're not on the level of like just eating like straight like liver and like just straight organs directly. You know, you're not
all
on
right.
that. You're not on that, dude. You just got to be
What
eating
I'm
raw
saying is,
organs, dude. Right? You got to be primal.
I look at.
You have to be primal.
All right, man, I get it. I look at liberals, though. I look at the average Kamala Harris supporter. Like, I look at you, and I don't think you would survive a week in boot camp,
Why do I have to go to boot
right?
camp? Would Donald Trump survive in boot camp?
He would.
I mean, he dodged the
He
draft
would.
on multiple occasions, so clearly it doesn't seem
Okay,
like he
if
thought he
Donald
could
Trump,
himself.
listen, if Donald Trump and Kamala Harris were both proposed that they could put the boots on and go to war for this country, which one do you think would do it?
Kamala Harris.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Kamala Harris would be more
You
likely
can't
than
be
Donald
serious.
Trump. Yeah, Kamala Harris cares a hell of a lot more about this country than Donald Trump does. Donald Trump dodged the draft
Donald
on
Trump has
multiple
put his
occasions.
blood, sweat, and
Donald Trump
tears.
quite literally dodged the draft on multiple occasions. Okay? You can't even make this argument. He quite literally dodged
What's-
the draft on multiple occasions. Dude, you can't even get me started on this, bro. Stop, bro.
All right.
He pardoned violent rioters on January 6th who beat cops because he wanted his quote unquote labeled patriots to do his dirty work. And then he pardoned them for it.
Okay, that was in the past, though.
That
We
was in
know
the
who he-
past. Show. Everything
Yeah.
we've talked about
Listen.
today in this conversation is about things that have happened in the past. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but that was far in the past. When was that? When he dodged the draft? I never heard about that.
We just talked about him undermining the election, but in terms of dodging the draft, that was earlier in his life when he was younger, right? That doesn't change anything. So, do you think that he would like enlist right now?
If it was either him or Kamala, yeah, 100% he would.
You're trolling.
And you think Kamala Harris would fight for this country?
You think
You are
Donald Trump
crazy.
would fight for this country?
Here, yes. Now listen, Parker. Like I was saying, I'm eat with my bare hands. I fish. I hunt. I go out in the woods. I can build a water filtration system. I know what it's like to live.
But you can't
the
decipher
masculine way.
misinformation from a raging lunatic in the lunatic in the presidency. You can't do that. You're so primal. How about you use that primal brain of yours to critically think for about 3 seconds, real quick, and realize that you're being conned. You're being conned. What has he done to
I'm
help
being
you?
conned.
What has he done to help you?
No tax on overtime.
No tax on. He didn't get no tax on overtime. It's a $12,500 deduction for overtime, right? And if you look at the after-tax effect of the bill, for
That's
the
a
bottom
big deal.
For the bottom 20% of income earners, it decreases their after-tax income by hundreds of dollars each individual, and then gives massive tax breaks disproportionately that advantage, right, the top 1% and the very wealthy. So quite literally taking from the poorest amongst us to give to the richest amongst us.
Then why don't you become one of the rich? If it's about who can get to the top.
Dude, you just say, oh, dude, just become rich is not a response. Not everyone is going to be rich. Do you realize that we want to establish a baseline for everyone?
Okay, I don't know how much you can say about not everyone can be rich, Mister. Thanks for the $50 donation. If anyone can get rich and you can prove it, it's you.
Is this the guy you're saying is primal and like top tier? This guy. This guy's like this guy's the specimen that's gonna save our country, save us. He's gonna fight in the military. This guy right here. This guy.
Parker.
He's gonna do it. Chat. He's so primal. Look at this guy.
Parker.
Look how primal he is.
Answer me this: do you use sunscreen?
He's so primal. He's so primal. Do you use spray tan, orange spray tan specifically? Like, are you someone that uses an orange spray tan? Do you use the Trump designated spray tan?
Do you use sunscreen? That's my question.
Yes.
Makes sense. Listen, we're talking about who falls for the propaganda.
Did you just say makes sense? Well, I'm confused. What's bad about sunscreen?
Makes sense. It's propaganda.
What's propaganda about sunscreen?
Do you believe breakfast is the most important meal of the day?
I'm
over-
gonna be totally honest with you. I never eat breakfast, almost ever. I'm always
All
like,
right,
I
well,
always eat like lunch and dinner.
there you go. You're learning. You're learning.
What? I don't
Now
see how
listen.
I don't see how that's like better. That's like because I can't eat in the morning. That's like an
Because
issue
there's
with
liberal
me.
propaganda.
What do you mean liberal propaganda? What are you talking about? Are you saying breakfast in the morning is liberal propaganda? Did you just unironically say that?
Yes, and there's a study to prove that too.
What study?
It was. I don't listen. I don't have all the sources. Just trust me. I've seen this on
Just
TV.
trust me. By the way, this is the specimen that he thinks is going to serve our country in the
He would.
military. He's going to serve
He
our
would.
country in the military.
This
Chat.
he quite literally
He
has
quite
bled for
literally,
this
he
country.
quite literally was going to serve our country in the
He has
military.
bled for this country.
He, dude, are you trolling? Did he intentionally do that?
No, but he
Okay,
just
so,
stood
so
there.
then what's
Do
your
you
point?
He stood there and fought. He
And
pumped his fist in the air. And he fought.
No, please, dude. He clenched his fist in the air, and this guy
He
decides
did.
to. This guy decides.
You
want
want to pull up pictures? Pull up that picture.
No.
You'll never see Kamala Harris taking that picture.
Yeah. That doesn't change anything. I mean, Donald Trump got shot at by a registered Republican, so that not happening, like on the left, is what I'm confused. Is that what you expect to happen on the left or something? I don't know. The alt-right is actually significantly more likely to engage in domestic terrorism.
What I'm saying is, if it was me, if it was you, if it was anyone in this live, if it was Kamala Harris, a bullet hits us in the ear, we are going to crouch and we are going to hide immediately.
I have just a basic question. Like,
give me your question.
if it was such a hard thing for him to go through, why isn't there any mark on his ear?
There was thanks for the rose. There was a Band-Aid over his ear.
A Band-Aid over his ear. Yeah, where like a bunch of
at the RNC.
a bunch of cultist Trump supporters, right, did so. Dude, it grazed his ear, right? He didn't take a bullet for this country. A bullet grazed his ear. Stop trying to like portray this as like, oh, he's a patriot. He did so much for the country. Because literally this guy, he sent false slates of electors to electoral college to cast Trump votes when he didn't win to try to steal the election. He incited a violent insurrection at the Capitol, pardoned violent rioters that beat police officers on January 6th, who were convicted of it and admitted to it themselves. This guy called for the termination of the Constitution. He undermines our rule of law, our court system, our democratic values, our immigration process. He's a draft dodger.
And you know,
this guy's a sexual abuser. He's a fucking pedophile. He said he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years. He bragged about walking into the changing rooms of girls in Miss Teen USA because he quote-unquote owns a place to inspect them without their consent. He got conned by Putin. Has horrible foreign policy when it comes to that.
You know what else he's done?
He's taking money from the poor and giving to the rich. And you're like, dude, yes, this guy's such a good candidate. Oh my God, he's such a good candidate. Oh my God, Donald Trump, thank you so much for being the president of the United States. Oh my God, thank you. You're so amazing. You're a cult member. You don't actually know how to like critically evaluate any of his political positions. He said the climate's going to start cooling and that science just doesn't know it yet. How many things does he have to say that are fucking so incoherent and so absurd for you to be like, this guy is not going to be the guy that I support anymore? Tell me, what could he do?
All right, are you going to let the adult speak here? Listen.
Well,
I can
obviously wouldn't be
understand.
you.
I am actually 20. I'm 23. Now listen. Here's
I'm
the
23
thing.
too.
All right, listen. You wouldn't survive a week in boot camp. Now I can tell you.
You wouldn't survive a week in Parker debate camp. You wouldn't survive a damn week. You'd be cooked,
when
bro.
my president
every day
does wrong, I can admit it. But guess what? I can also admit when he does right. Okay. So we have a president who's met Kim Jong-un, who invited him over
What did
to
we
stay
get
with
from
him.
that? He invited a dictator over. What did he get from that meeting?
It's called a negotiation.
What did they get from the negotiation? Is he just a bad
because
negotiator?
they're friends now, and now
they're friends. He's friends. He's
North
friends
Korea
with them. So
was supposed to be our
okay. So
enemy.
if they're such good friends, why does he keep calling him Rocket Boy? And Rocket Man? Why does he? If they're such good friends,
like how
if they're
joke
such
with
good
each
friends, why did he start doing ballistic missile tests, right, and still tests for in terms of other types of missiles in their arsenal that Donald Trump said not to do?
He put his foot down.
Thank you so much for $20. Thank you so much. I can't believe I'm right now saying that he's not friends, and you're arguing he is friends with Kim Jong-un.
He is friends with Kim Jong-un, and it's a respect thing because they both put their foot down. That he said, Kim Jong-un said, if you don't touch my country, I won't touch yours. Now, is that not what you want out of a president? Again, he did the same thing with Vladimir Putin. He has submarines outside of Russia. He did the same thing.
Yeah, he got negotiations with Vladimir Putin. That's why he increased the funding for Ukraine again.
He has submarines
wait.
in Russia
Tell me,
now.
why did Donald Trump specifically increase the funding for Ukraine again?
Because that's an ally.
Oh, so then why did he get rid of it?
Oh, he cut it out?
He cut it out and brought it back because he thought he could get negotiations with Putin, but he actually just got conned by Vladimir Putin, right? Because Donald Trump said, oh, I could get a deal. I can get it done in 24 hours. And then didn't
So
get
you
jack
think
shit
Vladimir
done.
Putin
And then
is
realized he
using
couldn't
Donald
get
Trump?
jack shit after Zelensky and Democrats told him this for months. They told him that there was going to be no deal. Zelensky in the Oval Office was saying this to him, and he fucking screamed at him. What are you talking about? Listen to
So you're
pay
basically saying
attention.
he got played.
Yes, he got completely played.
Okay, then why are there why is there nuclear submarines in Russia right now?
What? I'm confused. Why are you asking me that question? They existed prior?
Because, okay, if he got played, then why is he willing to detonate nuclear submarines right now
Who?
at Vladimir Putin? If Vladimir Putin ever did Trump the wrong way, he would attack.
Okay, so
do
Trump
you not-
Trump just threatened to nuke Putin. Is that all it is?
He nuked Iran,
He did not nuke.
and he showed that
He did not nuke
Yes, he
Iran.
did.
No, he didn't.
what? You never have seen that.
It wasn't
He
a nuke.
nuked Iran.
It wasn't a nuke.
It wa-
Yeah, I just
Well-
want to. He considered dropping a nuke on Iran. I'm not trolling.
Okay,
He
and he
considered
should've.
dropping "quote unquote" tactical nukes. I'm not trolling. He actually considered it at
Well-
the time, but he didn't do it. It wasn't a tactical nuke. And by the way, it only set them back 3 fucking months. 3 months.
What was
you
it then?
bombed
What
Iran
was it then?
and threatened conflict in the Middle East for a continued amount of time, even more than what we already have, right? For literally 3 months after Donald Trump pulled this out of the nuclear peace agreement. Please give me any defensible Trump position because you haven't identified a single one yet on the live stream. Not a single position
Okay.
that you brought up has been defensible.
Okay, here's the thing. You have all the sources. I have all the knowledge. That's the difference.
Did you say you have
We
all the
both-
knowledge?
I have the knowledge. You have the
Really?
sources.
How many branches of the
can't-
government are there?
3.
What are they?
You think I'd? Are you serious?
Yeah, what are
what's
they?
What are the 5?
No. What are the 3 branches of government? Answer the question.
Legislative, executive, judicial. Now let me ask
Okay,
you one.
okay.
What are the 5
Are you gonna
rights
ask
in
the
the
5?
First
Well,
Amendment?
you know who couldn't answer this question? Amy Coney Barrett.
Right, and you're abusing one of them that
Yeah,
Trump's
I
sticking
can-
up
I
for
can
a lot.
mention- I
Freedom
can-
of speech.
Yeah. Speech, assembly. There's freedom of religion,
You know,
association.
and the Democrats aren't for freedom of speech, and you're the one benefit from it.
Okay,
Trump
wait.
getting elected is the reason
Neither
freedom of
side is
speech
for
is so
complete and
good right
total. Neither side is for complete and total freedom of speech. But when it comes to like things that have been designated as freedom of speech by the Supreme Court, Donald Trump is the only one right going against that. Donald Trump specifically right called for people to be put in prison for a year for burning the American flag.
Here,
Appreciate the chime.
I understand that, but I'm talking as far as the internet goes. Yes, Trump isn't 100% free speech, and I am against that. But as far as you being able to debate on TikTok Live and Dean, that you guys would not be on the internet right now if Kamala Harris got elected. I can tell you that because when the Democrat,
One, you don't
when
know
Joe
that to be
Biden
the
was
case.
in-
2, I have YouTube.
well, okay, well maybe not you, but Dean in particular,
Dean's
would
on YouTube
really
too.
not. Well, that I'm
Dean
just
has
telling you the way it
100,000
used to
more
be.
subscribers on YouTube than I do.
Everybody was getting banned on YouTube 3-4 years ago, and it just doesn't happen anymore because Trump's in office.
Has nothing to do with Donald Trump.
Really? Have you even watched the Nelk podcast that has him in it?
So cringe. So cringe. You still follow Nelk after they literally had Benjamin Netanyahu on there and then didn't even fucking critique him at all and said, dude, that was your worst take, bro. Like, Burger King over McDonald's. Dude, that was like your worst take. After he's like
and
literally
guess what?
actively
He didn't
starving
get
the
taken
Palestinian
down.
population, committing war crimes and genocide and actively perpetuating a genocide of Palestinians. Give me a fucking
Do you
break,
think
dude.
that video should have
Feisty,
got
thank you for
taken down?
$20. Thank you so much, Feisty. I appreciate it. Thank you. By the way, if I had the ability to be able to control it, yes. That's like, I have a
really?
question. Do you think that it would be justified for the Nelk boys specifically to what's it called? Interview Adolf Hitler?
For free speech, I would say yes. I mean, as far as I can understand free speech.
You would support the Nelk boys during the Holocaust interviewing Adolf Hitler.
Because people would watch that and they would know it's fake. They would know it's propaganda and they would make their own opinions. So yes, it's free speech.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm just going to go on to the next person, by the way. Unhinged position. Because, by the way, the Nelk boys don't know what the fuck is going on. They can't actively provide any pushback. So what he just said was he was okay with was the spreading of Nazi propaganda from a literal Nazi that was genociding Jewish people. At the time, he was genociding Jewish people. That's an unhinged position. That's such an unhinged position. I just want to clarify. Unhinged. Absolutely unhinged position. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like the stream. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen. It will help get it out to more people. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump, everybody. It will help get it out to more people. If only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hi. I don't actually support Trump. I just want to say that.
Everyone only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube, as well as you can support me over YouTube Super Chat, everyone. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. Only send a guest request if you're 18 plus, if you're American and can vote in the United States, if you're MAGA, and if you've never been on the live before. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen and that I just mentioned. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 20.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yeah,
What's your birth year?
2005.
2005. And you said you're 20? What month?
Yeah, June.
Okay. Why do you support Donald Trump?
Yeah, I'm Canadian. My bad, fool.
Oh, okay. You're good. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump and you meet the set of criteria on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hi, I'm 18.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes, I do.
What's your birth year?
2007.
What month?
May.
May 2007. Okay. So why do you support Donald Trump? I can't hear you when you swipe out of the app. Why do you support Donald Trump?
Well, I support Donald Trump because I think he's done a lot during COVID.
That being?
And, well, he raised people's jobs during then.
He did what?
And he risens people's jobs.
Right now, have you seen the recent jobs report that just dropped out? He literally fired the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics because he said it was propagandized information.
Okay, but can we talk about how the economy was bad when Joe Biden was president, though?
How was it bad? In what way?
Okay, let's talk about how much things cost at the grocery store and how people could barely afford it.
How people could barely afford the grocery store. So have grocery prices gone down?
Yeah. Barely. Okay.
No, they haven't gone down. They've increased in price. Yeah, I just want to let you know. So
All right.
are they like magically affordable now?
Okay, but can we well, at least Trump is trying to do something about it, okay? Joe Biden wasn't doing anything
Can you
about
tell me
it.
one policy that he passed to do that?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, listen. Okay, so basically, this wasn't just Trump, okay? Everybody who runs for president or just politicians in general say stuff that they know that they won't do while they're president, okay? Joe Biden did it too.
Can you
Okay,
name, can you
it
name
takes
one time
time.
he did it?
Yeah. Okay, he said that he would lower tax income and that the economy would be better. And it didn't happen.
So by
And
the
which
way,
is why people voted for Trump.
By the way, you have no clue. I'll give you an example of something he actually did that he lied about. He said that he would only run for one term. That was a lie. He tried to run for 2 terms, right? Which was ridiculous. He shouldn't have done that. But like you can't even mention one, so I don't even think you're providing an accurate critique or criticism. And if you want to say that this is applicable to Democrats, it's a hell of a lot more applicable to Donald Trump. I mean, he has 30,000 confirmed lies under his administration. He said that he was going to end the Ukraine-Russia war in 24 hours. He said he was going to repeal and replace the ACA. He said he was going to drop the Epstein files. He said he was going to lower grocery prices.
Oh, but can we talk about how Joe Biden was a literal racist when he wasn't in president? When, like, in like the 2000s? Can we talk about that?
Do you think Donald
Maybe a
Trump?
little later.
Do you think Donald Trump is racist?
Yeah, I do.
You do? So you voted for a racist over Kamala Harris?
Okay, but do you understand that racism and being a president could be two different things?
I'm confused. Why?
You could be a bad person. You could
Why
be
did you just?
you can be a racist and still be a good president and still
Oh,
know how to run the country.
okay. I don't think so. I don't think you can be a racist and a good president. I think that's a ridiculous statement for you to make. When it comes to this,
What?
explain to me. Do you think you could be a misogynist and be a good president?
Yeah,
Really? Okay.
because presidency isn't just about the people and your morals. It's about how you run it.
And what do you mean by how you run it? Do you think a misogynist and a racist would run the country in a way in which is beneficial to marginalized communities?
Yeah. Yeah, because because having a good business and being a good person are two different things, okay?
Having a good business? What? He had six.
Also,
By the way, if you want to say good business, he had 6 bankruptcies. He inherited $400 million from his dad. That's the only reason he's rich. Half of his net worth is Truth Social.
okay, Parker, but here's the thing that you forget to understand, sweetheart. People can change.
Are you trolling?
People can change. You know that, right?
Are you trolling?
I'm being so dead ass. Like, you bring up stuff
People can change.
that
How
happened.
is Donald Trump changed?
You bring up stuff that happened when he was young, when he was a young lad.
When
He's
he was
older
young,
now.
When he was young. What specifically did I bring up when he was young?
Well, people, not just you, but I know that you talk about it, how he was our piss word, and how he's a racist,
He is a
and
rapist
how
and a
all of,
racist.
and how all okay, but see, you can't say stuff that wasn't proven.
It was. He was held civilly liable of forcefully penetrating E. Jean Carroll's vagina against her will.
Okay, I'm sorry, but is there proof for that?
Yes, he was held civilly liable of forcefully penetrating E. Jean Carroll's vagina against her will. Unanimously
Okay,
amongst a jury of 9 people.
okay, but Parker, people make mistakes. I mean, like, look how he's benefiting this country. Look how he's benefiting.
So the next person, only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like the stream. If you're on TikTok, do tap that screen to help get it out to more people. Let's try to get to 1 million likes on TikTok if you're on YouTube. Let's try to like the stream. Let's try to get to 2,000 likes, everyone. And if you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube. As well as, again, you can support me over YouTube Super Chat. Lion, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. Samantha, thank you for the $1. Georgia, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Becky, thank you so much for the $15. Thank you. Dale with the $5. Thank you. Angeline, thank you so much. I appreciate the $10. Patricia, thank you so much for the $50. Thank you so much. Patricia, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Can you say hi to my granddaughter, Taryn? Absolutely. What's up, Taryn? How you doing? Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Taryn and Patricia. Thank you so much. Can we get some W's for them in the comment section? Caleb, thank you for the $10. Thank you. CRB, thank you so much. I appreciate the $10. Michael with the $10. Queen with the $5. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me make sure I get to everyone real quick. Dale with the $5. Thank you. Angeline, thank you so much for the $10 again. Sammy with the $20. Thank you. Brian with the $5. James with the $1. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. And Georgia, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $5. Thank you. Alrighty, let me make sure I'm caught up on YouTube Super Chat, and then we're going to go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Look at this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Parker, I love you. Parker, I love you. Parker, I love you. Parker,
Appreciate you. Emmy, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Alyssa, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. Let's go. They joined in as soon as I added them. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Emmy, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you. Simon, thank you so much for the $2. Oh my gosh. Jay with $125 on PayPal. Thank you so much. Jay, I really appreciate it. Some W's for Jay in the comment section right now. Thank you so much, Jay. I really appreciate some W's for Jay. Thank you so much, Jay. I really appreciate it. That's fucking nuts. Thank you so much. W's for Jay in the comment section right now. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Don't worry, Jay. Don't worry. Thank you so much, Jay. Can we get some W's for Jay in the comment section right now? Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. W's for Jay. Denise, thank you so much with the $40 on PayPal. Thank you so much, Denise. I really appreciate it. Get some W's for Denise as well. Thank you so much, Denise. Brittany, thank you so much for the $10. And Stacy, thank you so much for the $10. Hi, Stacy. How you doing? Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello, can you hear me?
What's your birth year?
2002.
Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. Oops. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
36.
What's your birth year?
89.
Do you support Donald Trump?
The hell I do.
Okay, why so?
The big beautiful bill, mainly.
Okay, I think they're trolling. Silent, thank you so much for the $20. Thank you so much, Silent. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Tyrone, thank you so much for the $5 on Cash App. Thank you. Alrighty. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello, I'm 18.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes.
What's your birth year?
June 29th, 2007.
Okay, why do you support Donald Trump?
The main reason is like the strong U.S. economy from before COVID.
The U.S. economy before strongest economy before COVID. So do you think that the economy is doing strong right now?
What?
Do you think the economy is doing strong right now?
Yes. Thank you, Emily, for the 20 gifted. Tell Park he's an asshole.
Are you streaming?
Yeah.
Where are you streaming?
On Kick.
What's your name on Kick?
The same name I have right now.
How many people are in your stream right now?
100. Nah, like a little less 100, but like, yeah.
100. Why did you just randomly read out your donation while on my stream?
Because you do the same thing.
On my own stream?
Well, I'm doing on my own stream too.
Well, you're currently joining my live stream, correct?
Yeah, but I'm still on my own live stream.
Are you a guest on my live stream?
Yes.
Okay, so if you're a guest on my live stream, would it make sense for a guest to just randomly say a donation in the middle of the conversation comparative to someone who is the one hosting the live stream?
You always interrupt people while they're doing it, so.
And also, by the way, I just looked up your Kick. You just made that up.
No, it's the same thing.
You didn't get 20 gifted. What are you talking about?
I did.
I just saw you'd get nothing.
Okay, wait. Nah, it's literally the same thing.
Dude, you just made that up. Like, that was really cringe. Push the fireworks show. Thank you so much, Larry. He left. Like, why did he just randomly make that up? Like, that was kind of ridiculous. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. By the way, everyone, I didn't even go look him up on Kick. I just called his bluff. By the way, just to clarify. Just called his bluff. Didn't even look him up. Not at all. No one saw me look it up, by the way. I'd have to go and type. Like, you would see me go and type. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the TikTok stream. If you want to support me as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube, as well as you can support me over YouTube Super Chat for the 3.1 thousand people on the YouTube stream. Make sure to like that stream. And for anyone who's here on TikTok, I'd recommend to go over to the YouTube. YouTube, you never have to deal with any of the bans. Just letting you know. Just letting you know. Let's go on to the next person here real quick. We'll get some debates going. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
19.
What's your birth year?
06.
What month?
May.
Did you say 18 or 19? I don't remember. I'm just gonna kick them. I'm sorry. I think I accidentally kicked them on wrongly. Whatever then. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
21.
What's your birth year?
4/17/04, man.
And you said you're 21. Okay, so why do you
Yeah.
support Donald Trump?
Well, here's my thing, man. I don't fully know right now if I do support him. I'll tell you, I used to. But after everything that's been going,
All right, everyone. We are just looking for people who meet the set of criteria on the screen. Should I put currently MAGA? I think I might need to do that. Hold up. Currently. There we go. All right, let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like the stream. If you're on TikTok, do tap that screen. Let's get to 1 million likes. We're almost there, everyone. We're almost there. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 19.
Do you support Donald Trump?
I do.
What's your birth year?
2005.
What month?
November.
Okay. And why do you support Donald Trump?
Why do you support Kamala?
First, can you answer why you support Donald Trump, and I'll answer right after.
Yeah, sure. I like his immigration policy. I like his economy and what he's trying to do with his tariffs.
Okay.
And let me put my AirPods in because I have a very bad phone speaker. So hold on.
Okay, that might make the audio worse. But when it comes to this, do you hear me right now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hold on.
Okay, so then here's my point on this. Can you tell me why he fired the head of the BLS, the Bureau of Labor Statistics?
Why you fired her? Because her numbers were wrong. That's why.
And why did he think the numbers were wrong?
Why do you think that was wrong? I don't know, honestly. That was probably a pretty ignorant thing for him to do.
So the
I'm
jobs
gonna be
report that just
completely
came
honest.
out, the jobs report that just came out was so bad that Trump couldn't possibly believe it was true, and fired the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics because he couldn't possibly believe how bad he fucked up our economy.
That's probably true. Probably true. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, if someone came out with a report like that, I'd probably fire them as well. Let it be. Even if it was truthful, but I mean, she's been wrong
during
a
the
lot.
during the Great Depression, you would fire the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics to ensure that we have no clue how fucking bad our economy is doing. That is ridiculous. Why would you do that?
I don't know. I'm not a president.
How are we supposed to believe the new head that's appointed by Donald Trump?
You don't think Donald Trump's a truthful person?
No. He has 30,000 confirmed lies in his first administration.
Wow. Where are you getting that from?
From his first administration, they counted up each and every single lie that he said.
Who did?
Look up Trump 30,000 confirmed lies.
Like right now?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me get my Chromebook up. I got you.
I got you.
Yeah. Let me look that up. Is there something you want to talk about while I do that?
Phantom, thank you for $5. Oh, I'll just while you do that, I'll go talk to someone else. Montana, why are you still waiting in my guest box?
30,573. That's pretty crazy.
Montana, why are you still waiting in my guest box? Oh, maybe they just accidentally did that. I'm like, why are they still here?
Damn, that's crazy.
What'd you say?
Damn. I said that's crazy.
What was crazy?
30,573 lives. Damn. All right.
Yeah, and do you think that that's a bit concerning?
Yeah, hell yeah, that's concerning.
And do you support him still?
Yeah.
Okay. Why is that?
Again, like I said, I like his immigration policy and I like what he's doing with his tariffs. I like his big beautiful bill.
What is a tariff?
A tariff is a tax on an imported good.
And who pays that tax?
The importer.
The American importer. And it's passed down to the
Yeah.
American consumer because it's an aspect of the cost of production and distribution. Given that
Yep.
that's the case, right, it's a regressive tax on the American working class because they disproportionately spend their income on consumer goods comparative to people who are rich. Thank you for the 1 million likes on TikTok. Everyone keep tapping that screen. Let's get to 2 million, everyone.
Yeah, I mean, I think what he's trying to do is bring manufacturing back, by forcing or, trying to force American manufacturers to buy the products they need to manufacture their product from American manufacturers, trying to get, bigger
So why is
corporations to move
investment
to America.
so why is investment in manufacturing declined since Trump became president?
Because Trump's not a very good negotiator. He doesn't really know what he's doing.
So then why is he better for economic policy if he's a terrible negotiator?
Loki don't know. It's not really making much sense, is it?
So then why do you support him? Seems like you don't support his economic policy. The big beautiful bill, for example, cut over 10 million people off their health insurance in terms of Medicaid and is cutting millions of people off their food stamps. Do you support that policy? Cutting the after-tax income for the bottom 20% of income earners and then giving that
I mean, it
money
doesn't really affect
disproportionately to the
me,
rich?
so
Oh,
Loki doesn't affect me.
because it doesn't negatively affect you. You're gonna say that you don't care.
Yeah,
I have a question. Do you make under $51,000 a year?
no.
Okay.
I pay $74,000 in state taxes every year.
Okay, so because you make a lot of money and it benefits you, you're saying you're willing to sell out your country and the conditions for your fellow Americans so that you can get a little bit of extra money?
Shit, I'll just move. Yeah,
What do you mean? What do you mean you'll
I'll
move?
move. Like if this country falls apart, I'll just move to a different country. I'm glad I do international business. International investing,
No,
international real estate. So
you're willing to harm your fellow Americans in order to benefit yourself.
I don't have like a soul tie to this country.
So and you're not America first, you're yourself first?
Yep. Is that
Ooh.
wrong of me?
Well,
Is
I mean,
that is that a bad
I
thing?
thought your side was so America first, right?
I mean, I support Trump, right? I support, I mean,
They're not America
what
first.
he's
They're
doing.
me. Well, I just want to
I
let you
mean,
know.
if it helps me, I'm able to deduct a lot
What
more because the salt
do you care
deduction is
about?
now a lot quicker.
Do you care about your children?
I don't have children.
Okay, are you gonna have children in the future?
I want to, yeah.
Okay, will you care about the conditions that will exist for our society for your children or for their children?
If it's bad, I'll move to a different country.
Again, when you just say you'll move to a different country, do you think that that's going to
Yeah.
be something that your family in the future, your future generations are going to be able to rely on? Or
Me moving to a different
do you
country?
think that you should rely on creating social safety nets in the United States to ensure that everyone is taken care of so that your future children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren are going to be treated with dignity, with empathy and compassion, all right, are going to grow up in a society that they can be proud of, right? And that is better than the society that you grew up in. Because that's what the American dream is about, is that our children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren will grow up in a better society than we grew up in.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
so
don't
then, like,
disagree with that.
how are you actively progressing by voting for Donald Trump? What's becoming better about the country?
Well, I'm able to, deduct a lot more from my taxes now because of the big beautiful bill. So that's probably the number one thing. It's the cap is now 40,000 instead of 10,000, so that's gonna be cool for this year.
Okay, so again, you
Um,
make money and you're willing to harm working class people, take away their health insurance, and take them off food stamps in order to get a little bit of extra money.
yeah,
If
yeah,
if a foreign government came to you and said, "We will pay you $150,000 a year to sell out the country, right? And to so that we can take away 10 million people off their health insurance." Would you like do that for them? Would you help them do that if they relied on you to do that?
I mean, that's kind of like a rhetorical situation, and it's not going to happen. So
I'm just
I don't
asking,
know how you want me to answer
would
that.
you for $150,000 a year from a foreign government sell away the country and take 10 million people off their health insurance?
No, that's not that much money.
Okay, well, how much money do you think you're going to save by Trump being president?
How much money do you think I'm going to save? This year, probably $19,000.
Okay, so if you're only going to save $19,000, then why would you sell
It's
away the
better than
country?
nothing. That if Kamala was elected,
You
but
just
with
you just
Kamala
you just
elected,
said for
I'd probably be able to.
you just said for $150,000 a year, you wouldn't take 10 million people off their health insurance, but you're willing to do it for 19,000?
Yeah, because the situation you created was rhetorical, and that's not going to happen. I'm not going to live in
Wait.
something that
By the way,
delusion that that can
you
happen.
said that you would do it for almost 10 times less than for a number that you said you wouldn't do it for.
I mean, again, like it's a rhetorical situation that doesn't. It's not
That was
possible.
totally
So
reasonable. That was MAGA math right there. That's what we call MAGA math.
MAGA math. Yeah, I'm not MAGA. I mean, I just support Trump.
That's MAGA.
Is it?
Yes.
I thought MAGA was like extremist.
You supporting Donald Trump is extreme.
I mean,
he was held civilly liable
he's
of
just a
sexual
Republican
abuse.
president.
Listen, he was held civilly liable of sexual abuse. Him being the Republican president, this is how it normalizes extreme views, right? Just because he becomes president, you think that he somehow has like a normal view. He sent false slates of electors to electoral college to cast Trump votes when he didn't win to try to steal the election. He called for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution. He said he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years. He was held civilly liable of sexual abuse. By the way, how old are you?
I'm 19.
What's your
I don't
birthday?
know what the chat's talking about. 2005.
Okay.
November.
Okay. Chat, why are you saying he's a minor in the chat?
November 17th. I don't know why. You want me to turn my camera on or something? I got you.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Erica, thank you so much for the $2. Thank you so much. Joy with the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
I said it was 21.
Thank you so much. Give me some W's for them in the comment section. Empress, thank you so much. I appreciate the $5. Thank you so much, Empress. Braden, thank you for the $2. Simon, $2. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Give some W's in the comment section.
16. That's crazy. Do I really look that young in my videos or something? I graduated high school this year, so
okay.
I don't know what to tell you.
All right. So yeah, what were you arguing?
I don't even remember, but the chat's mad annoying because I did not say I was 21. I was 19. Never said that. I don't know. They're tripping. We were talking about the big beautiful bill.
The big beautiful bill. Okay. Yeah. And did you support? What did you support about the big beautiful bill? Because you said that you wouldn't sell out the country, right, for $150,000 a year.
Increase salt deduction cap.
Okay. So, but by the way, you're only gonna get $19,000, right? So that's not going to be that much more insofar as you're willing to like take 10 million people off their health insurance and millions of people off food stamps.
I mean, it's still free $19,000. It's almost $20,000. So I mean, it's free money. I'll take it.
But
And I'm not
you're
getting
taking
ripped
10
off
million
of food
people.
stamps. I'm not getting ripped off.
You're taking 10 million people off their health insurance. So then why didn't you? Why
Not
wouldn't
me
you,
personally.
So then why wouldn't you take the 100?
So by me supporting it, I'm physically doing that? No.
Yes. Because you support the big beautiful bill. I mean, you want the policy that takes 10 plus million people off their health insurance and millions of people off their food stamps. Yes, you support that. Sid with the $75 for hi. I'm so late, but happy Sunday. I hope you're doing all right. Thank you so much, Sid. Give me some W's for Sid in the comment section right now. Thank you so much. And Lola, thank you for the dog. Can you say hi to my best? Can you say hi to my best friends, Lainey? Absolutely. What's up, Lainey? Soul, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen that. I don't think I get mine like the same month. I think I get mine like a bit after, so I'm not quite sure yet. For me, it didn't look like it was extra this month.
Yeah, why are people saying I'm a minor? That's weird.
Okay, just it's fine. I mean, you clarified your age, so I mean, again, like, I don't think that you as an American be should be like accepting positions that cut millions of people off their health insurance to give tax breaks to millionaires and billionaires. Seriously,
I mean, I'm not getting cut off of my healthcare though.
that doesn't
None of my
matter.
family is.
Wait, do you support
Well, it
taking?
doesn't.
I have a question. Do you support overturning the ACA?
What?
Do you support overturning the ACA?
Yeah, you're gonna have to tell me what that is.
The Affordable Care Act?
Overturning that? Um, I mean, it doesn't really affect me, so I don't have an opinion on that.
It does affect you.
Okay, how does it affect me?
That's how you have your health insurance, probably through your family, because it's granted through 26.
Oh, okay. I'm not in charge of my health insurance. I'm getting that switched this year. So
Yeah, you want to know why? Because of
why?
Democrats.
Oh, I don't hate Democrats. I don't hate you. I don't hate Democrats. I don't hate anyone. I'm not like an extremist. I'm not a far right extremist. I'm not a left extremist.
So then why do you follow a
I'm
guy
just a
that, like,
Republican. I'm in the middle.
Donald Trump convinced 70% of the Democratic Party that the 2020 election was stolen with no evidence? 60 plus courts indicated no sufficient evidence to overturn the election. Why do you follow such a guy that's such a threat to our democracy, to our constitution, to our rule of law, to our immigration systems and processes, right? To our typical public institutions, like him firing the head of the BLS because he didn't like the reports of the job reports because they made him look so bad?
Yeah, that was kind of stupid.
That's a
But
threat to
I
our
mean,
public institutions. That's a huge. I can't emphasize how much of a threat that is to our public
oh yeah, I can't
institutions.
disagree with you there. I definitely think that is. That's abuse of power.
That's a huge
Um,
abuse of power.
yeah, no, totally it is. But like I
It's
said, like I just don't have
anti-intellectual. That's
time
what
to
fascists
care.
do. They go after the
I
intellectuals.
I just don't have time to care. And the reason I'm still on my parents' insurance is because I mean,
You
I
saying
don't know why I'm
you
explaining
saying you
this. I
don't
need to stop listening to the
you
chat. I
saying
need
you
to
don't
stop
have
looking at
time to
them.
care
Sorry.
is bullshit.
I
Bullshit.
don't have time to care. I'm busy doing stuff.
Bullshit. So bullshit. Everyone here works. Practically everyone in the live works. We're busy.
Yeah, work.
And we have time to fucking care. You have time to care. You absolutely do. Bullshit, you don't have time to care.
4 months out of the year, I'm not even in this country. So,
So,
I mean,
if
American
you're on,
politics isn't really
if
my
you're
type
on
of
the live,
thing.
if you're on the live talking to me right now, you have time to care.
That's true.
Right
That
now,
is
yeah, right
true.
now is time to care.
Well, maybe I want to start being informed.
Well, then you should keep watching the streams because I've got you.
Keep watching streams. Yeah. I might start doing that. You know, I like watching, Republican sides. You know, I am more, Republican than I am Democrat, but I mean, you can probably convince me that Trump is a bad person. I don't know. You know, I mean, I do know the stuff that he's doing, but I just don't see. I mean, here's the thing. I'm gonna take back my statement on his tariffs, because the crash that he caused on the markets on April 3rd was terrible, and it went down super far, like, and started going back up on like April 9th. That was bad. I don't think he knows what he's doing with tariffs. There's a way to do tariff policy, and that's by involving, public investment as well into a certain sector, instead of blanket tariffs across the country. So
Do you support
I don't
tariffs?
think, not his tariffs.
So
Like I said,
if
there's a
you
way
don't,
to do tariff policy.
okay. So then, what policy of Trump's do you support?
What? Not many. Not many. But here's the thing, he's the president, right? So I don't see the point in like disliking him because that just uses energy. I don't need to spend that
You
energy.
don't see the point in disliking a pedophile rapist that has ties to Jeffrey Epstein, called him a terrific guy, and he likes beautiful women as much as he does many of them on
He's
the
a
other
rapist?
side. Yeah, he was held civilly
a-
liable of forcefully penetrating E. Jean Carroll's vagina against her will, amongst a unanimous decision of a jury of 9 people.
I heard that she was the type of woman to like just say that people did things to her, and she did this like multiple times just trying to get money. That's what I heard.
Nope. Donald Trump is the only person that she sued for sexually abusing her.
Did
And
she try to sue anybody else?
Not to my
Or
knowledge, no.
claim that anyone else did?
She did claim that someone else sexually assaulted her in her book, but she never went after that person because originally Donald Trump, she went after him because of defamation, and then in order to prove defamation, she had to prove sexual abuse, which she did.
All right. Well, I'm low-key done with the act. I fucking hate Trump. Love your lives. I'm done with this shit. I fucking hate
Let's
Trump.
go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump, everybody, and meet the set of criteria on the stream. Yo, what's up, how old are you?
Yo, can you hear me?
Do you support Donald Trump?
I do, yeah.
Okay, what's your birth year?
February 5th, 1999. I'm 26 years old.
The instructor, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I have a few people to thank. Do you support Donald Trump, correct?
I do, yeah.
Okay, for sure. Adam, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Soul, thank you so much. I appreciate the $5. Phantom with the $5. Silent with the $20. Absolutely, I got you. Earned himself. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the $10. Caleb with the $10. Thank you. Phantom with the $5. Taishi with the £2. Thank you. Silent, thank you for the $10. Ken with the $5. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Allison with the $2. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Let me make sure I'm caught up everyone else. Benjamin, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you. Thank you. Lola, thank you so much for the $1. I really appreciate it. Yes, what's good, Lainey? I am caught up. I'm caught up. So why do you support Donald Trump?
All right, so before we get into that, I know I've been listening for a couple minutes now. I know like the whole rapist and pedophile and all that. I don't disagree with you at all. I don't think Donald Trump is a good person. He claims to be Christian. I don't think that he's a Christian. I don't think that he's a good person whatsoever. But I do think that he has some good policies. I think tariffs are a good policy. You can look at the numbers that tariffs have brought in. I think his immigration policy is a good policy, getting criminals and everything out of our country. And between the choices I had to vote for Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, I think Donald Trump was a better option. And if you want to touch on immigration or tariffs, we can start on either one you want to.
So to clarify, if you want to get criminals out of the country, I don't know why it wasn't your first prioritization to ensure that someone you believe to be a pedophile rapist is not in the position of presidency to pardon violent rioters on January 6th who beat cops and were convicted of it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't agree with January 6th at all, but also you can look at a lot of the Antifa people, the people that you could see in the violent riots in a lot of cities. There were pictures of the same kind of people at both of those kind of riots. And yeah, don't get me wrong.
So are you saying Donald Trump pardoned Antifa?
I'm not saying he pardoned Antifa.
Okay. So then I'm confused. The violent offenders that he pardoned obviously weren't Antifa. Secondly, are you Antifa?
No, not at all.
You're not anti-fascist?
I'm saying I am anti-fascist. I don't support fascists. I might have used the wrong word.
So you are Antifa?
I don't know what to say to that. I'm not a fascist, no.
Yeah, so you are Antifa.
If that's what that word means, then I guess so.
Okay.
Are you Antifa?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Can we touch on one more thing? I wanted to touch on something that you said to the last guy.
Okay.
You mentioned that Donald Trump was a threat to democracy. Is what Barack Obama did to overthrow what the American people voted for in the 2016 election a threat to democracy?
Wait, say that one more time.
Is what Barack Obama did in the 2016 election after Donald Trump won, after the people's vote had came in, is that a threat to democracy?
What did he do? Michelle, thank you so much for the membership subscription.
Have you not seen all of the stuff about calling the secret meeting and taking back all of the intel reports and stuff that said that Russia had nothing to do with the election, didn't persuade the election whatsoever?
Really?
And
Because, I mean, why did the Mueller report, along with other special counsel reports, indicate that there was Russian interference?
So you haven't seen the reports that have been released?
What?
You haven't seen the reports that have been released saying that Obama called a secret meeting with his highest top national security people. And after that meeting, there was an email that was sent out to 6 individual people in national security that wrote up a separate article by themselves saying that, falsely accusing that Russia had interference with the 2016 election. And there's been multiple
multiple special counsel reports, along with specifically the Mueller report, indicated that that Donald Trump that Russia did interfere with the 2016 election. That's one thing. Two, as it relates to this, Donald Trump bringing up Obama to try to act like he tried to undermine the 2016 election results is ridiculous. One, because he's still doing that with the 2020 election, along with the fact that he's using this to distract away from his culpability within the context of the Epstein files. So explain to me why he still to this day has not dropped the Epstein files, right? And why he was lying about being on the Epstein files.
I can't tell you why he was lying. I can't explain any of that. I'm not Donald Trump. But at the same time, my argument to the Epstein files would be if the Democrats, when they were in office, were trying to put Trump in jail, they did put him in jail. There's a mugshot of him. Why were the Epstein files not released at that point if he was in them?
So again, I'm pretty sure that they were sealed until later into the administration. Plus, we'd have to reference particularly Merrick Garland, along with the fact that when we point to like the Epstein files, we could acknowledge culpability amongst Democrats if they had the ability to access them. All right, given that they had the ability to access them and could have released them and didn't release them, I think we should absolutely give culpability to Democrats for that. But
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
if
I
they
agree
did
with
it,
you.
if they had the ability to, but to my knowledge, they didn't have the ability to know that Donald Trump was on the files. I wasn't. They weren't briefed. Could you give me any evidence that they were briefed on that?
No, I can't give you any evidence. That's a completely rhetorical question. I'm just saying if they were in control of the country at that time, Donald Trump is now, and Donald Trump can release them. And like you said, you don't know that they could be released. I don't know if they could be released either. It's a completely rhetorical question. I'm just confused on neither one of us know if they could. Why weren't they released then, but they want them released now? And that's just my complete question about that.
So again, and I provided a response, is that in one scenario that they were sealed, and the other scenario, right, they've been unsealed, and we want to reference under Trump's administration, he ran on like declassifying them. Also, under his view, he thinks you can just declassify it by thinking about it. Remember the classified documents case? Do you think that Donald Trump declassified those documents?
Which declassified documents are you referencing?
Do you think that the documents that he was hiding from federal authorities, saying that he didn't have, that he hid in his bathroom in Mar-a-Lago?
I'm not. Obviously, you do this for a job, and you're more informed on a lot of this stuff than I am. So I'm going to be honest.
For the longest time, he was claiming that he doesn't have criminal culpability for this because he can declassify things by just thinking about it.
Okay. And what's the point we're trying to make here?
Okay, if he can declassify things by just thinking about it under his own perspective, why hasn't he declassified the Epstein files yet?
It's probably because he's on it. I mean, if we're being completely honest, he probably is on it, yeah.
So you're willing to support him, even though he's protecting pedophiles and he's also on it himself?
I think that they're going to be released. They haven't yet. I think this stuff is still being combed through. I seen an article the other day that said that Donald Trump did have a relationship with Epstein. He never went to the island, and he did an interview talking about Bill Clinton, and he said a couple other names.
Do you believe him that he was never on the island if he lied about him being on the Epstein files?
I guess we won't know until something's
And also
released.
said that Epstein was a terrific guy and he likes beautiful women as much as he does, many of them on the younger side. He also bragged about walking in the changing rooms of girls' mischievous because he quote-unquote owns the place to inspect them without their consent, who was held civilly liable of sexual abuse, who bragged about grabbing women by the vagina without asking.
So to the claim about the likes beautiful women as much as he did, I've never actually seen that, and I've heard you say that a couple times in this live, and I've never actually seen that one.
Yeah, just literally look the quote up. I'll tell you a title of an article if you'd like me to.
All right, I got something pulled up right now. Tell me what to look up.
Look up Trump. Says Epstein is terrific guy and likes beautiful women as much as he does, many of them on the younger side.
Epstein is a terrific guy and likes beautiful women.
In the meantime, everyone like the stream here on TikTok. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like the stream as well. Let's try to get to 2,000 likes, everyone. How many likes are we currently at on the YouTube stream, everybody? How many likes are we currently at on the YouTube stream? Let me see. 1.2 thousand.
Right,
Let's try to get to 2,000, everybody. Let's try to get to 2,000. We're an hour and 30 minutes into the live. I think I'm going to go for 5 hours today, everyone. So did you
All right,
see anything?
yeah, I'm reading this quote right now. Just give me a second. I'm reading the context behind it, though.
All right, everyone, give it a
No,
second.
this
If you want to
wasn't.
support me,
This
as
was a
always,
quote.
Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube. What's
This
up?
was a quote. This was a quote that was made in 2002. Epstein was indicted in 2008 and was arrested on federal charges in 2019 for charges of sex trafficking.
Okay, when was Epstein
In
running it?
2000,
When
in 2004, Trump banned.
when was Epstein
in-
running the island? Was it during that time period?
It probably was, but also Trump said that he never went to the island, and by 2004,
Trump
Trump
saying that he never
reportedly
went to the
banned
island
Epstein.
is literally not something that I'm going to believe because he lied about being on the files.
Okay, so what if it gets proved that he's never been to the island? It hasn't been proved yet, but what if it does?
Then I would believe it if there's proof and evidence.
Okay, then what about when 2004, when the rumors started coming out about Epstein's behavior, Trump banning him from Mar-a-Lago?
Wait, so what about his behavior specifically? Did he know that led him to banning him?
I'm not sure. I'm reading an article right now that says the amid rumors of inappropriate behavior. There's 4 sources behind it.
What inappropriate behavior?
I haven't clicked on any of these sources yet. It just says the amid sources of reports of inappropriate behavior, and he was banned from Mar-a-Lago in 2004.
Okay, so want to know what Donald Trump said? Donald Trump said it was because Epstein, right, quote unquote, stole an underage private masseuse that he had working for him at Mar-a-Lago. That then, right, Virginia Giuffre came out, who was the 17-year-old girl at that time, right, and talked about the fact that Jeffrey Epstein, right, specifically was grooming her to do sexual things, right, in the context of under his watch with Ghislaine Maxwell, and is one of the witnesses that came out and talked about the abuse that she underwent. And she actually unalived herself recently.
That's terrible. I hate that anybody would ever feel that that's the only way out. And if you do feel that that's the only way out, you should be able to get help. And that's absolutely terrible. Nobody should ever feel like that's the last resort and that's the only option. At that point, you need Jesus Christ in your life. And
Don't turn this into a religious thing.
I'm not turning it into a religious thing.
You just did. You just totally turned it into a religious thing.
I'm a religious man, and I believe if you
I
think
understand,
that's
but like that, I think that's like
yeah.
really
I don't want to
crazy
turn. I don't want to turn this. I don't want to turn this religious. I'm just saying, in my beliefs, that if you think that's the only option, then that's what you need. But that's just my views on this. Can we move on from Epstein though? Because I feel like that's all that we talk about in a lot of these kind of debates.
So you don't want to address what I just said because Donald Trump quite literally knew about this happening right before and never went to authorities about this, even though he knew that Virginia Giuffre had came out about these stories about her being abused by Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell and trafficked by them.
Again,
why did he come out with this information until now?
This is just something I haven't been educated on. And obviously, you do this for a job and you make money off this and you own a business, so you're more educated on these specific names. I've never heard those names until you just mentioned those to me.
Okay. Is there anything
so there's
else?
there's 2 more topics I want to touch on. What is your thought on the immigration policy of the Trump administration? Because there's been record high of like less border crossings than there has in a long time under this administration.
Under the Trump administration?
Yeah.
Record high border crossings?
Record high, record low border crossings. I said the wrong word. I meant like record high and nobody's crossed.
That's a bad thing.
You don't think that people should be crossing the border illegally?
No, it's not just people coming to the country undocumented. It's people coming in general.
I'm saying illegally.
And legally.
Okay, but illegal border crossings, do you support people coming into the country illegally?
Anyone who's come to the country undocumented who has not committed a violent crime or bad crime, I believe should be given a pathway to citizenship. Where they do not have to leave the country.
I mean, you could prove me wrong here, but is coming into the country illegally not a federal crime?
It's a misdemeanor. Is being a convicted criminal held civilly liable of sexual abuse who pardoned violent rioters on January 6th who beat cops were convicted of it and admitted to it? Or are those federal offenses?
It is, yeah. And I literally, the first thing I said when I came into this live was I don't think Donald Trump's a good person. But I do support a lot of his policies.
So I have a question.
I don't think you have to be a good person to be a good president.
So I have a question. Do you think that every law should be enforced?
Yeah, I do. But also there's something...
If you think every law should be enforced, well then why do you think that it's okay that Donald Trump pardoned violent rioters on January 6th who beat cops? Why do you still support him even though he did that? Because he released violent criminals in the country intentionally.
I mean, look at Fossey and all these people that Joe Biden pardoned on
Fauci,
his last day of
Fauci,
office.
Fauci. Those are
However you say his
preemptive.
name.
Those are preemptive pardons because Donald Trump is going after people that were previously in the Biden-Harris administration because it is the case that he is literally an insane lunatic, and he was right for doing so. Paradox, thank you so much for the subscription, by the way. Thank you. As well as
Okay,
Val, thank you for the subscription. Thank you. And Victoria, thank you.
we're deflecting off of the fact of illegal immigration. And so you think that people that cross the border illegally should have a path to citizenship and not be taken back to their own country and be forced to come here legally?
If you come to the country undocumented, you haven't committed a violent crime or bad crime, I believe you should be given a pathway to citizenship where you do not have to leave the country. Why do you disagree with this position?
I think that if you want to be an American citizen, you should take the right avenues. We have avenues to become American citizen, and I think that you should have to take the right avenues to do that.
So you want to enforce the law in all circumstances. Again, how do you want to enforce the law in all circumstances while simultaneously supporting a guy who released violent criminals in the country who beat cops and were convicted of it? Explain to me. Explain to me how you can support a guy that literally incited a violent insurrection at the Capitol.
Again, I told you in the start of the slide, I don't think that he's a good guy. He has presidential immunity for a lot of the crimes that he's done. Also, there's been people on both sides that have done crimes. I don't think a lot of the Republicans are good. I don't think a lot of the Democrats are good either way, but there's a thing called presidential immunity, and so we're past that because obviously he's never going to be indicted on any of those crimes.
So you're saying it was okay for him to incite a violent insurrection on the Capitol because he was president?
I don't think that it was okay, no.
Okay, so...
But at this point in time...
Why do you support him still?
Because, like I said, I support some of his policies.
So what policies specifically are so great and so amazing that you're willing to overlook him literally being a convicted felon, literally being held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman, literally pardoning violent rioters that beat cops on January 6th, inciting a violent insurrection at the Capitol? Explain to me how you can just overlook that. And it can't just be, oh, people came to the country undocumented, because that's not a violent crime. That's not at all comparable.
I was getting to these other things. I don't support all of the big beautiful bill. I support a lot of the things that are in it. I support an
Name one
immigration
provision
policy.
in the big beautiful bill that you support.
I support no taxes on overtime, and I
There
support
wasn't no
taking
taxes on
people-
overtime. It's a $12,500 deduction from your taxable income, right? And if
Yeah,
you look at
that's-
the after-tax income effect of the bill, the bottom 20% of income earners have decreased after-tax income by hundreds of dollars, and then it gives disproportionate tax breaks to millionaires and billionaires.
I'm not a millionaire or billionaire, and I'm going to get a tax break from the big beautiful bill.
Yeah, but disproportionately it goes to the rich. It's not to benefit you disproportionately. It's to benefit the rich disproportionately.
Okay. You and Dean both like to bring up the fact of taking people off of healthcare and taking people off of food stamps.
As we should.
See, I'm in the opposite way of that. I think that to get these government benefits, I think you ought to be able to. It should be more strict. I don't think we should just give them for free. I think people that are sitting around not doing anything shouldn't be able to.
You don't think everyone in the country should have health insurance?
I think everybody in the country should have health insurance, yes, but it should also be.
So then why would you think that it's justified to cut anyone off health insurance?
Okay, so Parker, let me ask you this question. A 30-year-old man sitting around that lives with his mother and is a perfectly able working person and sitting around and his mother smoking in her basement, doesn't have a job, you think we should give this person free health insurance when they're perfectly able to work? Why?
Because no one in this country should go without access to health insurance.
I don't get free health insurance. I work every single day. I pay for my health insurance. It
And
comes out of my
by the
check
way,
every single-
I have a family member this would be applicable to, and I don't think they should be kicked off health insurance.
So you have a family member who's a perfectly able-bodied working person who just doesn't work and just chooses not to work and just gets government
and
benefits.
is above the it doesn't get governmental benefits, but is over 30 years old and lives at home.
So he gets free health insurance. He doesn't have a job. Is he looking for a job?
I don't think he has free health insurance, but I don't think he can afford it, so he doesn't get health insurance. I think he should still have health insurance.
Does he have a job?
No.
Why doesn't he have a job?
I'm not going to explain and litigate all of that, but it doesn't matter.
So if there's a perfectly able 30-year-old man that can have a job, there's absolutely no reason why you don't have a job. If you don't want to have a job,
I think that he should go work, but that doesn't mean if he doesn't work, he should be kicked off health insurance. What?
See, I'm the opposite way. I think it does. I think I'm the opposite opinion of that. I think it does. I think if you want to be lazy and not do anything, I shouldn't be paying my tax dollars that are taken out of my check every single time.
I have a question.
For people who just don't want to work.
I have a question then. Do you think that they should be protected by the police? Do you think they should
Who?
be able to use
Who?
public roads? The person that we're
Who
referencing
particular?
that doesn't work enough to your standards. Do you think there should be work requirements for using public roads, for being protected by the police, for being protected by the firefighters? Do you think there should be, work requirements for all the social services we use?
Using public roads, I don't think there should be work requirements for that. Being protected by the police, I don't
What
think there
about
should be work
emergency
requirements for
healthcare?
that. I mean, technically, you can get emergency health care and get a bill and not have health insurance and never pay it.
But like I'm asking you, it has to be by law provided to you, emergency healthcare.
It does, yeah. I work
Yeah.
in healthcare,
Okay.
actually, so I know
That
this.
has to be by law. So again, and I would argue because we believe in that fundamental right means we have to believe that everyone should have health insurance in the country protected, because it is the case that people die due to not having access to preventative health care, which increases the likelihood they get chronic disease. So I think that every single person in this country should be taken care of in terms of health insurance, because 45 to 68,000 American lives are lost every single year due to lack of health insurance because they can't get access to preventative health care. And then the health care systems can't respond to it because it's already at a point in which they develop a chronic disease because they didn't get access to preventative health care because they could not afford it.
So when have all these people been dying from not being able to get access to preventative health care? So has it been since Donald Trump's been in
Every
office?
single year, because we do not
So
have
it-
access to a public option. We don't have access to a single payer healthcare system. We don't have access to a system that provides for every single person in this country. That's been true for decades in this country, and things like the ACA, things like Medicaid, things like Medicare have helped with our population being covered, but they have not ensured that every single person in this country should be covered. That's why I believe in things like Medicare for All. That would save us $450 billion per year in extra healthcare costs, right? $4.5 trillion over the next 10 years. And it would also provide everyone healthcare, dental care, right? Mental health care, everyone in the country, no copays, no deductibles, no premiums.
So you're saying you want to be more like Canada, where they have their whatever it's called, their universal healthcare system.
I mean, in certain ways, I would like our healthcare system to be more like Canada's. In certain ways, I would not like it to be more like Canada's. But obviously, mostly, yes. If I could pick Canada's healthcare system or America's healthcare system, I would pick Canada's by far. Not even close.
Okay, that's just something we can disagree on, and we can agree to disagree on. I think that's one of the great things of politics, and we can just agree to disagree.
Why do you disagree on that? These are Americans. These are parents. These are grandparents. These are sons, right? These are daughters. These are
Because
sisters.
again,
These are siblings. These are
again,
brothers.
and I love every American person. I like people on the left. I like people on the right. Personally, I'm not even on the right. I'm in the middle. Every single political quiz I've ever taken, I never line up on either side. But yes, I do support Donald Trump. But the reason that I think that we should be more like America instead of Canada in healthcare is I think people should work. I don't think people should be lazy. I think everybody should work and be able to work.
You should incentivize people to work through other mechanisms other than restricting their access to health insurance. Does that make sense? Like you can provide work programs and incentives and education and things for people to have access to community to incentivize them to go into work. But you should not restrict people's access to health insurance and give them a greater likelihood of dying because it is the case that they don't. I believe that's a fundamental basic human right in the same way that we believe that it's a fundamental basic human right that people have access to emergency health care in the hospitals when they are in need, even if they don't have to have a work requirement to get access to that.
Okay, I can completely see your point on what you're saying. I don't think that anybody should die, but at the same
That would
time,
be
I
cruel
work
and
in
unusual
healthcare.
punishment. That wouldn't be putting America first. That wouldn't be
You're right.
caring for our fellow Americans, people in our communities that we should be having empathy, compassion for, right? And we should be building community to incentivize people to work together. Do not force people, incentivize people, right? Provide community. Ensure that everyone has a baseline, everyone taken care of, and ensure that they know that they matter and that people care about them. And more people will want to engage with the system. People have been disenfranchised by the system because they feel like they don't matter. They feel like they aren't understood. They feel like they aren't heard. They feel like there's no one that they can connect with. They don't feel like there's communities in which they can fit in with. And that is oftentimes why people fall out of the system. And instead of just letting people fall out of the system, we should have systems and safety nets in place to ensure that when people fall, that there is something to catch them. And that should be our community, and that should be us as a society being compassionate and empathetic, right? And I don't think that we should live in a society that should restrict people's access to health insurance and food and water and basic human necessities to incentivize them to work. We can incentivize them in other ways. I promise you we can find the way to do that. And if we can't find
Okay.
the way to do that, don't be so cruel to treat of your fellow Americans in such a way, because you wouldn't want your children, your grandchildren, and your great grandchildren to be treated that way when you're not here to take care of them, when they don't have
Yes.
family around to take care of them, because inevitably that happens for some people, that they don't have family, they don't have people around them to take care of them. And when they don't, and when they fall through the cracks of our society, they should be caught by a system that is there to ensure their safety, stability, and continued growth, happiness, and the pursuit, right, for like a better life.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with anything you're saying right now. I see your point, and I agree with all of that. And if you go and listen to what I said I didn't say it should be taken away from everybody. I said it should be more strict.
What should be more? Yeah,
Because
but that means it should be taken away
Go-
from some people.
some people, yes, we should evaluate some
You
people.
just contradicted yourself.
No,
You
I'm
just
saying
said
some.
I'm not saying we should take it away from anyone, but I'm saying we should take it away
I said
from some.
everybody. I'm not saying anyone. I said everybody.
Yeah, but you're
But some
taking
people,
away
yes.
from some. That's bad. You shouldn't take
Okay.
away from anyone.
I just don't see why my tax dollars are going to be going to people who don't want to do anything, who just want to not do anything.
Because we live
They
in a
should want that-
society and we want to make sure that everyone's taken care of. Children don't do shit for the society, but we still want
Yeah,
to take care of them. We still want to ensure that they're fed. We still want to ensure that they
Yes,
have
obviously,
adequate
because
access
they're
to health
children.
insurance and basic things that they need. They're a
And
baby.
that comes
They
with-
can't do shit for society, but we take care of them.
And that comes with more of the strict policies. If you're somebody that's not doing anything and you have kids, we should absolutely take care of your kids. But also, you should, as a human being, as a father, as a mother, you should want to do good for your kids. You should want to work and provide a good life for your kids. You should want to put clothes on their back. You shouldn't want to have children and then just
Yeah,
sit
and
there
in
and
the
not
same
provide
way
for
that you
them.
say that parents should want to do that, you as a person that lives in our society should want to do that for every single person who is living in our society.
I want to do it for a lot of them, but at the same time, somebody who's my age, another 26-year-old
I want to do
man
it
that
for
can
a
work
lot of
just
them.
like-
No, you should want to do that for every single one.
I will be honest with you. If there is another man that is a 26-year-old man like me who has the perfect capability of going and getting a job and they just choose not to because they want to sit in a room and play video games all day, I shouldn't have to take care of that person. I don't care taking care about that person because I'm going
You
and
don't
doing the
care.
thing.
So would you let that person starve?
I'm going to work every day. Why are they not going to work
Would
every
you
day?
let them
I'm not
starve to
sitting-
death?
No, because of the part. If they needed food or they hit me up and said, "Could I have a little food?" I'll give them a little food. But
Okay, why
and
not?
We're talking about a
why would you
we're talking about
not
a
let them
rhetorical
starve to death?
situation.
Why would you not let them starve to death?
Because ultimately, I'm a Christian. I care about people.
So you want to ensure that people are taken care of. They have basic necessities taken care of. You're a Christian. Well, a Christian would ensure that everyone in this country has adequate access to health insurance. A Christian would ensure that there's no one in this country that has to go homeless. A Christian would ensure that everyone in this country who's a child has a school lunch. If someone who's a Christian would ensure that everyone in this country has childcare who needs it. A Christian would ensure that everyone has fair wages in this country. A Christian would ensure that no one falls through the cracks of our system. That's what a true Christian should advocate for if you actually cared about your community. But what you're advocating for on my live right now is something antithetical to exactly that message that I learned growing up.
Okay, I know we said we're not going to make this about Christianity, but a
You
lot of
kept
people
bringing it up, so I responded to it with what I grew up learning about what Christianity was, to ensure that
brought
you
it up-
take care of your fellow community members and you provide a safety net for them when there aren't the systems in the rest of our society to ensure that that is there.
Yeah, I brought it up twice, and I can promise you this is the last thing I'll say about Christianity, just to address people in your comments and address to what you said. I was also brought up in it. My dad was a pastor for 42 years. My dad passed away last year. I've been in
Sorry to
church
hear
since then. At 18 years old, I was saved by the grace of God. I came down to the altar, and Jesus Christ, saved my soul, and I accepted him into my heart. I can promise you I'm a true Christian and would take care of anybody who needed help. But at the same time, I just want you to see where I'm coming from. I know you own your own independent business, so you might not see as much as I do. Is it not frustrating? Just step in my shoes for a second. If you're in my shoes, is it not frustrating looking at all the money that's taken out of your taxes? And there's people that are the same age as you that can work and just choose not to, and it's just going to them. Is that not a little bit frustrating if you're in my shoes?
No.
Then yeah, we can just agree to disagree on that point.
I probably pay more in taxes than you do, and I don't think that because it is the case that I care about the society that I live in. I care about people to ensure that they are fed, to ensure that they have health care, that they have clothes on their back, that they have basic human necessities. And I want that to be provided to a greater extent. I live in California, the highest tax rate in the nation. And why am I okay with that? Because I want to ensure that everyone's taken care of. That's why I'm okay with it. So why are you being so selfish? I'm not even Christian anymore. I'm an atheist. Why are you letting an atheist be more compassionate and empathetic than you?
I don't think. Okay, yeah, I can see what you're saying with that point. Yeah, it's just your side.
How
of
is
the
God going to judge you on Judgment Day for letting an atheist be more compassionate than you?
I mean, on Judgment Day, I'm saved by the blood of Christ, and I'm going to be accepted into heaven.
But that doesn't mean you shouldn't care. What did Jesus call for you to do?
I do care.
Did Jesus call for you to be compassionate, for you to be empathetic, and for you not to be selfish? Because he called for you to do exactly what I'm doing right now. He didn't call for you to do exactly what you're doing right now on this live stream. And I don't even believe in it, that he's God. I don't believe that he's even existing anymore. I believe that he was just a human being and a person that existed at the time period that some people designate as God, as there were plenty of other people that have existed throughout history that people have said were God.
Okay, and that's your belief on that. And I truly wish that you would think differently than that, because I think that everybody should come to Christ, but that's your opinion on that.
I understand. But do you understand my point? How are you going to be judged on Judgment Day for hearing this conversation, hearing me say this right now, and still choosing to be selfish?
I'm probably going to be judged for it, yes, just like I'm going to be judged for a lot of
Then
other
if you're
things. I sin
probably
every day for a
going to
lot
be
of other
judged,
things.
wait, if you're probably going to be judged for it, then why don't you stop doing it? Given that you have this knowledge, you have free will, right?
Yes, and I overeat every day. I'm also going to be judged for that on Judgment Day.
Why would you be judged for overeating?
Because it's a sin.
You think overeating is a sin?
Yes, if you read the Bible, it is.
So then
There's a lot of things that we do every single day that are sins.
But should you actively choose to do them?
No, but every single person does it every single day. Everybody's a sinner.
Okay. So then I'm confused. So just because everyone's a sinner doesn't justify you engaging intentionally in a sin over and over again.
Okay. But we all do it every single day.
Someone who cheats on you, right, in a relationship, if they said that, would you accept that as an explanation?
No, because then we're talking about spirituality compared to something like a relationship in your everyday life. If somebody cheated on me every day, I would end the relationship.
Why?
Because they're cheating on me, obviously. If they're unfaithful to me, I wouldn't expect me to be faithful to them. And I would.
Wait, but in certain books of the Bible, Jesus doesn't give any of those specific conditions for getting divorced, right? In some of the books he does, but in some of the other ones he doesn't. In the New Testament.
Okay, and that would be a human decision that I made. He might not agree with that, but he also make other decisions that he's not going to agree with too. And one day I'm going to be judged for that.
So then, if you know right now that you shouldn't be selfish, then why do you keep supporting Donald Trump based upon selfishness?
I don't support Donald Trump based on solely selfishness.
You do. You literally were saying that you support Donald Trump because it is the case that he's going to benefit your wallet.
That is not the whole reason I support Donald Trump. That is one of the points that I brought up. And I haven't even got to other points yet because we've been stuck on this one for so long.
Okay, then go ahead.
All right, what do you think about demolishing the Department of Education?
Really bad.
All right, so when the Department of Education was brought in, it was in 1978, right? The average, well, before I even tell you this, do you think that as humans, our test scores should increase over time? Should our scores be higher now than they were in 1978?
Sure, our test scores be higher.
Yeah.
It depends on plenty of things. I mean, it depends on what type of test we're taking.
Just generalized, would you think that generalized test scores now compared to 1978 should be higher or lower?
Depends on the conditions. I would hope that we can get them higher, but just because they're higher doesn't mean that we actually have a better education system.
Okay, well, since the Department of Education was founded in 1978, the average math score was 304. The average math score in 2020 was also 304. The average reading score was 285. In 2020, the average reading score was still 285. And so I just don't see what this Department of Education has really done for us if the test scores are staying the same. So why not try something else, you know?
Do we have the same criteria?
Do we?
No.
Okay, but as
So
humans,
then
should
what
we
do
not
you? So then
evolve
what's
and
the
become smarter?
comparison?
Because we should be having, like, you're telling me from now to 1978 or from 1970 till now, we're staying the exact same. We're not evolving and becoming
If
smarter.
we're not taking the same test, so how are you making a comparison?
Because even if it's not the same test, that's like
That's
saying,
one thing. Secondly, right, I want to ensure that you understand that when we're referencing educational rights by the Department of Education, that ensures educational rights for everyone in the country, not just for certain states. We don't want certain states to restrict access to educational rights. Should they expand access to educational rights to ensure that we have better education in the context of the United States? Absolutely. But how do you do that without the Department of Education?
because you're going to leave education up to the states.
Yeah, which will
And your
restrict
state.
which will restrict educational rights and access to plenty of students depending on which state they live in. That's not going to hurt blue states. That's going to hurt red states. You're going to hurt Republicans. You're going to hurt people living in red states who are not going to have adequate access to education because it is the case that their states are wanting to gut their education even more. And you want to know
So,
why Republicans support this? Because them being less educated increases the likelihood that they're going to vote for Republicans.
see, I think that's all rhetorical.
It's not rhetorical, it's reality.
I mean, do you have any evidence to back up that that's the sole reason why we support this?
Yes, liberals tend to be more educated.
Okay, I can't speak for myself on that. I have a bachelor's degree, so I can't speak for myself on that. But I mean, as a statistic, yeah, I guess you could throw statistics out there.
I thought you guys were saying that liberal Marxists were controlling academia in the school systems and indoctrinating our kids.
I do think that kids are being indoctrinated, yes.
What's the indoctrination? By the way, Marie, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much. Crystal with the $70. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Give me some W's for Crystal in the comment section right now. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Absolutely. I hope you the best. I hope you the best, Crystal. Can we get some W's for Crystal in the comment section right now? Thank you so much, Crystal. Alarm, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I don't know quite what you're referencing, but thank you so much. I really appreciate the $10. Thank you. As well as Sammy, thank you so much for the $5. Sean with the $20. Thank you so much, Sean. I really appreciate it. Samantha with the $10. Thank you so much. Cadence with the $5. Valerie with the $5. Sammy with the $10. Lacey with the $5. Thank you so much. Sam with the $5. Audrey, thank you for the $15, by the way. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. As well as Alarm, thank you so much again for the $10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I've kind of gone off Discord. I don't really go on Discord as much anymore, Alarm. Just letting you know. But yeah, you were.
Parker, can I throw one thing out there real quick while you're thinking of donors? I was trying to join Bean Stream the other day, and I noticed one of the MAGA people that was in there before me was trying to call him a scammer for getting all these donations. And I wanted to join Dean's stream and talk to him. And one of the things that I was going to tell him was a lot of the MAGA people will say that. And I think what you all are doing is just anything like a Twitch streamer we're doing that streams video games. Like it's your job, your business, you do whatever. You're going to make money off your business. And so I did want to throw out there, I don't know if Dean's in here, but I don't think that you all are scamming for that because it's what you all do for a job. And it's the same thing that people who live stream video games do. You're getting donations. And stuff.
Yeah, of course. I think it's a ridiculous position to think that we're scamming just because we make money off of what we're doing. Like that would be indicating that everyone within media is then scamming, which would be ridiculous. So I mean, obviously, we respond to those points because we think that they're really funny and we think that they're really ridiculous. I don't think that like every Republican thinks that about me. I know most Republicans and most people in general don't think that about me.
Yeah, I'd really tried to join Dean's stream the other day after this person was in there saying that he caught him and that he's streaming him and stuff and he's a scammer and all this crazy stuff. And so that was something if Dean would have brought me up, that was something I was going to address. So I wanted to address that here.
Yeah. So what else do you want to talk about before I go into the next person?
Honestly, I think I think we've talked about all of my points I wanted to make, and I will say that I appreciate your point, and I think that we've had a good debate. I don't feel any hate towards you or anybody on the left, and so I honestly appreciate you having me up.
For sure, I think you should keep watching these debates. Watch back this debate if you'd like to, and maybe like try to think about the different types of the different conversations we had. I think that would be really important to go watch back the debate. I think that's always really helpful for going over points that we went through in the debate. And keep trying to critically think. But I appreciate you coming out.
Yep, for sure. I appreciate you having me up. Have a good night.
You as well. You as well. Eric, thank you so much for the $100. Thank you so much, Eric, for the $100 on YouTube Super Chat. Give me some W's for Eric in the comment section right now. Thank you so much, Eric. Seriously, W's for Eric in the comment section right now. Emma, thank you so much for the $10 for Marge. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Seriously, W's for Eric and W's for Emma. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. W Eric. W Eric. Go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube, as well as you can support me over YouTube Super Chat, as always. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the TikTok screen. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like that stream. It helps get out to more people. Try to get to 2,000 likes, everybody. 2,000 likes. Alrighty, let's go on to the next person here. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We're about 2 hours into the stream, everyone, meaning we got another 3 hours or so left on the stream here today. 3 hours or so left on the stream. At least. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request again if you do meet the set of criteria on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? All right, let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump and meet the set of criteria on the screen. Alexander, thank you for the $50 on YouTube Super Chat for Parker is scamming. I've supported him so much the last month, and all I asked for was a mustache. Lee, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. Sammy, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Trump. Let's go on to the next person here. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
25.
Do you support Trump?
Yes and no.
What's your birth year?
99.
And do you support, and why do you, if you could go back in time and either vote for Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, who would you vote for?
See, it's a hard one because both of them, they both have some good policies and both of them have some bad policies.
Okay.
And
I am just looking for people who do support Donald Trump. So typically if people can't answer the question right away, I always think that they're probably in the middle or they're still thinking. So I'd recommend to watch the stream and then form an opinion, of course. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you support Trump. Donald, thank you for the $5. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Yo, what's up, how old are you?
23.
Wow, that was really loud. Donald, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. Alarm, thank you so much for the $20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. For sure. Maybe I would check my Instagram. My Instagram is probably the best place to contact me. Otherwise, you can't get in contact with me, to be honest with you. Michael, thank you for the $20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I'm so sorry to hear that. But I hope we can provide community here for you. We're here for you, Michael. Aaliyah, thank you so much for the $2 for the grifting. Thank you. Let's go on to the next person here. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the TikTok stream. Let's go to the next person here. Only send a guest request if you do support, if you do meet the set of criteria on the screen here on TikTok. Let's see if we can get people up here. Alrighty. Give it a second, everyone. Let's go to the next person here. Give it a second. Someone suggested we should have in between, like sound, like elevator music in between guests. Do you support Trump?
I did not mean to do this. Please.
You're good. Can you imagine elevator music in between each guest? CAMPFIRESONG song. It would help if you just sing along. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
22.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yep.
Okay, why so?
Well, I just have a question. First off, I heard you before. You said you believe that Jesus Christ lived, but you don't believe he was God.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about the topic?
Sure. I mean, yeah, I just wanted to address that, but whatever. Am I driving now? Probably just my AC. Yeah, no, I agree with Trump's abortion policies.
Why?
Well, well, number one, I believe it should be left up to the states, but either way, it should. I don't think it should be unaliving a human being.
Okay. Do you think it should be illegal?
What, abortion?
Oh, did you just say you were driving?
No, I said I'm not driving. It's part of my AC.
Okay. Yeah. So what did you say? Sorry.
You asked me if it should be illegal. No, it shouldn't be illegal. It's not. I mean, I don't think that's what. I don't think that's not what the Republican Party's advocating for. I'm not driving. I'm sitting in my bed. Your chats are actually obnoxious. Anyways, yeah, I mean, that's not what the Republican Party is advocating for, so I don't understand the question.
Sure. Maybe you can try to clarify. What is the Republican Party advocating for? What is Donald Trump
Just to leave
advocating?
it up to the states, leave it up to the states not to federalize abortion.
Okay. So he wants to leave it up to the states, meaning that in certain states they're going to restrict people's access to abortion rather than
I
it
know
being
that.
protected federally prior to the point of viability. How do I know that? Because it did happen in certain states.
One.
What?
One.
When did it happen?
Like, I'm asking what states. I kid you. I'm
Oh,
just
yeah,
asking,
like Texas, Georgia, Idaho. Those are just a few to name off the top of my head. So I mean, why don't you acknowledge that this is well known?
okay. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not acknowledging it, but I'm acknowledging the fact that I believe it should be left up to the states. I don't think it should be something that's like easily accessible. I think that's kind of crazy that
Why not?
you think that. Well, because I don't think unaliving a human being should be that easily accessible.
What's a human being?
Someone, I guess, a being that has sentience. I don't know.
Okay, well then a zygote doesn't have sentience. Single cell, I mean, embryo
A
doesn't have
zygote.
sentience as well.
Well, I don't understand what you're advocating for. I don't understand what you mean. It's on its way to be a baby.
It's on its way to be a baby, so it's not right now. So it's not a human being.
Well, obviously it's not a human being, but there's a process that
If it's not a human being,
happens.
then why did you say it was wrong to kill it?
Well, most abortions also don't happen like when it's an embryo or zygote. There's some abortions that happen between 23 and whatever the threshold is. There's many abortions that happen within multiple different time frames. So I don't understand the argument.
Wait, repeat that one more time. Sorry.
I'm not referring to abortions that happen just when there's zygotes.
You're not. You don't think they're valuable when there's
How about you
zygotes?
just
Do you think?
focus
Do you
up,
think? Do you
dude?
think it's? Do you think they're
Focus up.
valuable in the first trimester?
Sure, yeah, they're valuable in all. They're human.
So
In
if
my
they're
eyes,
so then if they're valuable,
from conception, they're human beings.
I understand. So if they're valuable, then do you think that say people who engage in IVF should go to jail? Because there are multiple zygotes and embryos that are discarded for each patient.
What? Explain the IVF process. What is that? Does that mean they just select what? Like what
Yeah,
sperm
they create
cell?
multiple zygotes and embryos, and then they pick whatever one is going to lead to the greatest likelihood of there being fertilization, or not fertilization, implantation, right? And for it to specifically function properly, right? They have to make
Right. I
multiple
mean, I
of
think
them.
that's
They have to make
that's the
multiple
key.
of them
That's
to
the
be
key
able to do
point.
that. So
That's
do you
the
think
key
that
point.
given that that's the process
the
used,
key
then
point
they should go to
is
prison for using that process?
the key point is picking the two said organs or whatever it is you said, whatever works best. I'm guessing that process happens for people that can't fertilize properly or whatnot. So, I mean, clearly there's an issue there.
So that do you think that people should go to prison for using the IVF process?
No.
Okay, but under your view, that would be murder.
Not really. No, it's
They
not.
would be serial
Not
murders
in
under
my
your view.
view.
Yes, it would
It's
be.
not really my view.
Under your view, that's
It's a sick
exactly what it would
argument.
be.
I could tell you rehearsed that a couple times. Not really. That's not my argument. I think you know damn well it's not my argument as well. But
By rehearsed it a few times, you're saying that I just understand the argument and I can argue it against you?
no, I think you create this notion. You trying to get like to put people in this corner. You know, two things can be right at the same time. So you know, just because I believe that abortion shouldn't be illegal, or you know, abortion shouldn't be allowed, doesn't mean that I believe in whatever you just said.
What did I just say?
I don't know that I'm under my worldview. I'm a serial killer.
No, I didn't say that under your worldview, you're a serial killer. I said that under your worldview, people who engage in the process of IVF are serial killers. Or at least under your view, paying for serial killer.
Okay. So you believe that people should just be, you know, can uprightly just say like, I don't want to have this child anymore.
Yeah, when we're talking about like in the womb at the first trimester or like prior to sentience, absolutely.
What do you mean prior to sentience?
Sentience, yeah, which is 20 to 24 weeks, and after 24 weeks
Okay, so
specifically,
I wanna
there's
understand
viability, so it's just an induction of labor that doesn't lead to the death of the fetus.
Okay. Well. Anyways, it's clear we're gonna agree to disagree.
What are we agreeing to disagree on? I'm not agreeing to disagree on, you know, bodily autonomy rights and human rights and, you know, like
I mean, it's
people being
honest.
able to have.
I don't understand. I don't understand what you're not understanding. It's honest way to becoming a human. So I don't understand.
So it's
what
not
the
currently
discrepancy is.
human. So then why is it wrong to kill it?
What do you mean not currently human? When you have
just
like
said that. You said it's on its way to be human, meaning it's not already.
right. Well, yeah, because there's you have to like that's how autonomy works. Like there's a process that it follows, like a sperm meets an egg. Then it goes through the process to fertilize to become a human. Like it doesn't just pop up and become a human. So if you stop that process,
when is it a
and by
human?
the way, abortion, I don't know, what is it, like 16 weeks or something like that?
So 24 weeks.
13 weeks?
24
Okay,
weeks.
sick.
So then,
Yeah.
so then, why do you think it should be wrong to get? Why do you think it's wrong to get access to an abortion prior to the point in which it's a person?
Because you're stunting the process.
Okay. Would it be wrong for me to pull out if I knew 100% that I would have had a kid if I didn't pull out?
That's different. You're pulling out. That's before like conception even happens.
Okay. So it's before the point in which it's valuable, before the point in which it's a person.
That's just your opinion. That's you
What do you
clearly
mean?
have a different moral compass
This is
than I
clearly
do.
your opinion.
Before it's valuable, that's kind of sick to say. You think, I mean,
Before it's a person.
Before it's valuable is what you just said.
Yeah.
So you're correcting yourself?
Zygotes and embryos are not valuable, like enough to say that they like have human rights.
Okay. I mean, obviously they wouldn't have human. I mean, yeah, they wouldn't. I mean,
If you don't think that they have human rights, then why are you saying that the woman's human rights should be violated?
I'm not saying the woman's human rights should be violated.
Yes, you are. You're
but-
saying that their bodily autonomy rights should be violated.
Okay, I mean, I just, it's clear you understand my stance. I'm not going to change my mind on it because, I believe my religion is completely against that. I also just don't think it's right
So
to
it's your
honor life.
religion. So where does your religion say it should be illegal?
I mean, I could probably look that up. I'm pretty sure it's in Matthew.
Nope, nowhere in the Bible does it say it should be illegal to get access to an abortion.
I'm not illegal.
Actually,
but,
in the Bible specifically, it says
okay.
that you should get an
You're the
abortion
last
in
person
some
to be preaching
context
the
in
Bible,
which.
Parker. You're the last person to be preaching the Bible.
Well, I'm just telling you in your own
So,
Bible.
I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear what you have to tell me. I don't care.
Well, you will anyway.
I don't want to hear it. I will.
Well, you
anyway.
you will
I'm just
anyway.
gonna turn down my volume.
Oh, you can't hear facts. You can't hear facts.
Dude, you take the Bible out of context.
No,
right?
I don't.
It's so, yeah, you do. Yes, you do.
Name one time I took the
No, you
Bible
don't.
out of context.
Talking about slavery.
What did I say that was out of context about slavery?
Talking about the old time. How about you stop ripping your little vape there, bud, and focus up. Do you talk about slavery? You talk about slavery in the Old Testament compared to the New Testament, and you try and make a case.
What did I say about slavery in the Old Testament?
I
That
don't
is
know
incorrect.
what exactly. I can't repeat word for word. I didn't say it was incorrect, but I said you take it out of context.
So
That's
how did
what
I
said.
take it out of
Wipe
context?
that smirk off your face.
So how did I
You're
take it out of
so
context?
cringe. How did you take it out of context? You know how you took it out of context. Anyways, I mean, I think you know what I'm trying to say here. So, yeah, the last person I
You
want to
didn't
hear
tell me how I
anything
took it out
about-
of context. You just said I
Yeah,
took
because
it
I
out of
can't,
context.
because I can't repeat exactly what you said.
No, give me the general idea.
Well, are you doing blow down there? What's going on? Why are you
Can you
sniffing
give
like
me
that?
can you give me the general idea? No, it's the lights. It's actually the studio lights.
The lights is why you're sniffing.
Yes.
That's the
And by the way, don't refer to any specific TRUG name, because
Okay, well-
I'll have to kick you because it's TikTok
All
TV,
right,
so I can't refer to
whatever.
anything. But also,
I
like,
get it. I
yeah,
get
I'm
the
not
point.
trolling. I'm not trolling. Put 2 studio lights in front of you, and your nose will itch. It's so weird. I don't know why it does that. It's actually really weird.
Sick. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, last person I want to hear about the Bible is, or hear. I don't want you quoting the Bible. I want to hear you try and indoctrinate me about the Bible or anything like that, so we can move past that.
Wait, repeat that one more time. Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I just don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear you talk about the Bible. Period. So we can move on. Talk about other things. We can talk about immigration laws or something like that. So. Because I agree with his stance on, I agree with his immigration.
Okay, what about his stance on immigration?
Well, I believe that you should come into this country legally.
Okay.
Because you did. I mean, you entered the country illegally, which is illegal against the law. So, you know, if you broke the law, you should. I mean, I think, you know, if we are being honest here, what the law says.
If you broke the law, you shouldn't be allowed in the country, but you should be allowed to be president.
What?
So if you
also, I heard this rumor.
If you break the law, you shouldn't. If you break the, what'd you say?
So I'm pretty sure that's your girlfriend over there. I heard a rumor. Is it true that she's undocumented or no?
Why the fuck would you come up on my live?
I said it was a rumor. So I was asking a question.
That's one. That's not my girlfriend over there. It's a fan that I'm trying to turn over to me. And secondly, my girlfriend is Mexican American. So the fact that you would ask me if my girlfriend is undocumented because she's Mexican American is crazy.
I didn't even know that.
That's what people. I just want to clarify. People are going around and they are saying that because she's a Mexican American.
That's not me. Okay, that's other people. That's not me. So don't try and like make me seem like this monster. You absolute weirdo. I said it was a rumor. I don't know your girlfriend's name or where she's from. Don't even know how she looks. I just saw a rumor and I was asking you a simple question. So you can address a question like a man.
Where did you see this information? Where did you see this?
Doesn't matter. It's not relevant.
It does because you would have been able to identify that that's bullshit.
How? I'm the way to identify if it's bullshit now is asking.
Have you heard me say it
directly? That has it. What?
Why would you ask me that? Like that's actually like genuinely like think about what question.
You're just trying to find a way to like. You're just trying to find a way to like.
Seriously, I just want you to realize as a person. I'm a person. I'm a human being.
My girlfriend. So my girlfriend
is also.
Directly.
I understand. My girlfriend's also a human
being. I didn't accuse your girlfriend of being undocumented. I asked simply, is she? It's a simple question because I would like to know your motive behind your stance. I think it's a very valid question.
No, it's not.
Don't understand.
That is the reason why it's not a valid question, is because
you don't think that's a valid question.
No, it's not. No.
Why?
No, because people say it on the internet.
You can have a motive.
Listen.
No, that's not why I brought it up. You're not listening. I brought it up.
So people say it on the internet because they're bigoted pieces of shit. Okay.
Okay.
And you should be able to identify that.
All right. Cool. All right.
You shouldn't go on. You shouldn't go onto my live stream and ask me such a question because I'm a real human being. My girlfriend is a real human being. Right?
So you don't think I should clear the air? I should just like instead of reading.
There was no air to be cleared.
What are you talking about, dude? I saw on TikTok that someone said that your girlfriend was undocumented. I mean, I said it was a rumor. Is it true or not?
So someone made a bigoted statement. Why couldn't you identify that it was bigoted?
Sure, it's a bigoted statement, but I just wanted to clarify if it was true or not. That's all.
And why would that matter to you?
I just wanted to see if that has something to do with your motive behind your stance.
No. And even if it did, that doesn't change anything.
Obviously, it doesn't change anything. You're a stubborn person, but like
how am I a stubborn person?
How are you a stubborn person? I think you're a stubborn person. Anyways, I'm just saying.
Instead of just saying I think you know this, can you explain to me how I am?
dude, we're not going to get anywhere with this. If we could stay on the topic, that'd be great to debate. I mean, like I said, if you have,
you just asked me that question. What?
Right, and I think it's because if you have a stance on, immigration, and maybe someone is being affected by it, that's a motive that could alter your whole viewpoint. That's why I was asking the question initially. Obviously,
just gonna go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump and meet the set of criteria on the screen. Shin, thank you so much for the $20. Thank you so much on YouTube Super Chat. Gloomy, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. You said some people don't. Oh, there's a lot of background noise. They said some people don't experience it. Damn. Okay. So it's just me. Okay, that's unfortunate. Dieter, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $20. Absolutely. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Leah, thank you so much. I appreciate the $5. Thank you. Thank you so much. Brendan, thank you for the $2. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Brendan, again, thank you. Oh, Sammy, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. Samantha, thank you for the $5. Cadence with the $5. Sammy with the $10. Lacey with the $5. And Valerie with the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Amanda with the $25. Thank you. Sean with the $20. Thank you so much. Sam, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Lee, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. Zombie, thank you for the $10. Thank you. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Gosh, I need to fix my nose thing. Like I got to figure out how to stop.
Hello?
Like it's actually kind of annoying. Pretty, thank you for the $5. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 21 years old.
And what's your birth year?
2004.
Do you support Donald Trump?
I do support Donald Trump, yes.
And how old did you say you were again?
21 years old.
21 years old. And you were 2004, what month?
February.
Okay. Why do you support Donald Trump?
I believe from the goodness of my heart that Donald Trump is the second coming of Christ revealed.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo, I'm 18.
Do you support Donald Trump?
I do.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes.
Why do you support Trump?
Well, I'm not like super far right, but I do support Donald Trump. My main reason for supporting Donald Trump is the immigration. I'm not like I'm legal obviously, but like I'm trying to word this right because I don't want to get you banned or like anything like that. Because I know I can only say certain words, but my main reason is because like a lot of like these illegal immigrants, they come in and they bring certain things in that I can't say. And
No, they don't. 90% of that's American citizens. Heather, how old are you?
Oh, Parker! I love you so much.
I couldn't kick Evil Dean because of the notification. Thank you, by the way. I appreciate it. Thank you. W Evil Dean. Donovan, thank you so much for the $100 on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Donovan. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I typically don't add people up through that context. I actually have made it something that I do. So I would recommend to join the guest box. But I do appreciate it, Donovan. Thank you so much. Grim, thank you so much for the $5. Zombie, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah, continue with what you were saying.
Yep. Another reason is like America is not the only country that deports illegals. Like literally
Undocumented immigrants.
I'm sorry, undocumented immigrants. America is literally not the only country that does that. Most countries do that. I don't see the biggest issue with America doing it. I don't see it like a.
I just don't see a reason to deport people who haven't committed violent crimes or bad crimes. Do you see a good reason to do that?
Well, the thing is, like, you're just not here legally. Like it's like you can just go through the process.
The law. So then, why did you? If you want to just enforce the law, why'd you vote for a convicted criminal held civilly liable, sexually abusing women that pardoned violent rioters on January 6th who beat cops and admitted to it themselves?
I agree with you. and I do think that Trump's pass is not the best. And neither do I think Kamala's pass was the best
Kamala.
either. I think neither do I think Kamala's pass was the best either. I think that both of them had some weird past, some shady pasts. You know, I don't think either of them were perfect. I think that we kind of got screwed with the selection. But I do think Trump was better with his current laws.
Like, be
You
specific
know,
with
a
what
lot
you're
of
referencing.
like a lot of like the abortion stuff, like it doesn't affect me. Therefore, I'm not bothered by it. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
so would you vote for Donald Trump if he got rid of women's right to vote?
No, why would I do that?
It doesn't affect you.
Yeah, but that's different though, because women are normal. They're no different than I am. We're equal. I don't.
Exactly. So then why didn't you say that as a reason as to why you wouldn't vote for Donald Trump, given that he restricts women's access to abortion and women's rights to bodily autonomy?
Honestly, I don't know, man. I just, I also, I didn't like what Kamala did when she was the governor of California with
She was never the governor of California.
or not the, fuck, dude, I just sold.
Yeah.
I did sell just now. I was looking at some articles about her and I was reading things, and she would put black men in jail for marijuana crimes.
Oh, you can't say that on the live. You can't say I'm drug on the live. Secondly, there was no specifications for race. So I don't know what you're referencing. Like that's just a made up thing, by the way. Donovan, thank you so much for the $50. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. If you happen to join up in the guest box sometime, we'll see if you can. Alarm, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you. I'll make sure to try to check. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone, on TikTok. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like that stream for the 3.4 thousand people that are here. Seriously, whenever you like the stream, it really helps push it out to more people. So I would seriously really appreciate it if you do. Jonda, thank you so much for the $15. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I am 41.
And do you support Donald Trump?
I have a quick question. Please don't kick me. No.
I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you so much. I am just looking for people who are debating. Thank you. Thank you. Jonda, thank you so much for the $15. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Rosalie, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you. Melissa, thank you so much for the $20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. That's crazy. That's crazy. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the $20. Brendan, thank you so much for the $2. Thank you again. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Joseph with the $20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much, Joseph. I really appreciate it. Let's go on to the next person, everyone. Only send a guest request if you support Trump and meet the set of criteria on the screen. Ely, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $2. Yo, what's up, Holiday? Yeah. Yeah. Jolish, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you. Grim, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. How do I send a guest box? Donovan, you have to go to TikTok. It's TikTok multi-guest. That's the only way I actually add people up. Donovan, though, thank you for the $50 again on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And Donovan, also, if you send a message over DM on Instagram, I'll try to check my DMs later, and maybe I'll respond to it if I can check it. If you also want to do that, if you don't end up getting on today or something like that. And see like why you support Trump that way. Alarm, thank you for the $10. Thank you. Let's go on to the next individual. Just make sure to tell me about this, and I'll remind myself. Alarm, again, thank you for the membership subscription. Thank you so much. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Oh, they just left. Let's go on to the next person. Oh, we just got a second flag. Meaning, I think we have to hit a quick restart, everyone. Oh, no! Alarm, thank you for the 5 member subscriptions. I don't want to hit a restart. I really don't. I really don't, chat. Okay, everyone. Everyone in the live right now here on TikTok, I would really appreciate it if you come back to the stream. I'll be right back. I would also recommend to go to my YouTube. Parker Get a Job on YouTube. There's 3.4 thousand people there. I'd really appreciate if you go like that stream there. And also, you won't have to deal with the bans or anytime this does happen. I'll be right back. Literally, give me 1 minute. I'll be right back, everyone. I've got to save the page, of course.